Where's Derek?
Oh, we're on YouTube now, though, right?
Yeah.
Hello, YouTube.
Well, Derek might be on a date. Because he got like 4 phone numbers
Four
at,
phone
at
numbers.
Comic-Con. He was pulling numbers left and right. Oh, he's not online anymore.
Yeah, again, even Derek went to bed, so that's okay. We got the three of
Derek's
us.
not up to troll us. Darn.
Yeah, we don't have time anyway. We got so much stuff to get
We
through.
don't got time for trolls.
We gotta truck on. Keep on trucking.
Speaking of trolls, I gotta turn on the troll mute.
Let's roll.
I gotta turn on troll mute first.
Troll mute.
Even though some people seem to manage to work their way around it.
How does that work?
I think if they're using an app, like the app version on like a phone or something, it ignores the like mute listener, because like whenever Mario Flowers and Justin join in, we hear their microphones.
Hmm.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Did you check your microphone?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I was just looking. Okay. Okay. We're gonna record. Here we go. One.
I'll use it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Record.
Phil, are you sad that we don't clap anymore?
Oh, I got over it. I was sad for a while, but now our new thing is not clapping. So if you start it up again, it'll be
What if I
upsetting.
brought back the clap?
No, don't bring back the clap. Say no to the clap.
That's dirty.
I had the clap once.
I need to hear about that.
Clapper.
All right.
I thought it was called the clap.
Oh. Okay. I don't need another Phil here.
Sorry.
So, how did I start the show? I almost did a popsicles intro.
How do I start the show? That's
I
how you
almost
start
did
the show.
live from the internet. It's Radio Brendo Man.
This week, this way you started is, how do I start the show?
Huh?
There's your title right there. How do I start the show?
It's good. Use it. I'm using it. Hello and welcome to another episode of Radio Brendo Man. I'm Brendan Creasy,
And I'm Phil Vecchio.
and we have a special guest here. This is my friend Brian. Say hello.
What up?
What's up, Brian?
Brian and I know each other from a Bible college that shall not be named.
But Missouri, right?
Missouri.
Yes, Missouri.
Long time ago. Galaxy
still in Missouri?
far
No,
away.
Brian's from Arizona. Brian went to Missouri and then he escaped.
And then I escaped, yeah. Yeah. So now I'm in Arizona.
What part of Arizona?
Tucson.
I've been there,
Tucson.
but I spelled it wrong.
Brian got married at the Dude Ranch from Hey Dude.
Yeah.
Really? It's interesting since it ties together with something someone wrote about later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Derek is here.
Hello. Welcome to the chat, Derek.
There you go. We gotta have Derek back on the show soon. I think we talked about that at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So Comic-Con's over.
Yeah, Comic-Con was cool.
We missed Comic-Con.
It's been a long time since we've done a regular episode, so first of all, thanks everyone for hanging out with us.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
long time. It took me forever to get the doc put together. I probably should have done that before because it took like 40 minutes.
Yeah. That's why we didn't start until almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
But Comic-Con was sweet. What's
Good
like
time.
the highlight of Comic-Con for you? I don't know.
Just to make Derek mad, it was watching Sting make his WWE debut. Also, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel was great. And just hanging out with my bros.
Yeah, we had a good time. Good MegaCast time.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. I really enjoyed the. I got to see Key and Peele, and the Kevin Smith one,
Oh.
of course, as fun as always.
Oh, the Goosebumps panel was awesome.
Oh, yeah, that was like a surprise.
Oh, yeah,
like-
you were with us.
Yeah, I was there. I mean, I didn't know it was going to be as awesome as it was.
Well, when freaking like he brought Slappy out. And
yeah,
then
Jack
Slappy,
Black was on the panel.
So Jack Black brought Slappy out, and then Slappy brought out all the Goosebumps monsters, including a scary clown that I was scared of.
Yeah, it was a really fun panel, and not that I have anything against Goosebumps, but I wasn't like particularly excited about a movie
I'm
until I
excited
saw
about
like
it now.
what they have, and now it's really awesome.
Eric and I just thought it was going to be ridiculous because it just sounds ridiculous. Jack Black as R.L.
Yeah.
Stein.
Well,
R.L.
now that I've
Stein
seen it,
in this movie, and now you see the trailer and you're like, oh, this is actually cool.
yeah, it's kind of like
And-
Ghostbusters. Like they have to round up all the ghosts or the monsters that escape.
Yep,
It's cool.
it's awesome. All right, well, we should get to it because we have a ton of stuff. We have like a
do.
ridiculous Amazon list.
I know, which is
And-
ridiculously good.
Brian and I I've been showing Brian because you went to San Diego for Boy Scout camp years and years ago.
Yep.
What do you think of San Diego Brendo style?
It's good. I'm glad you're driving.
Yeah.
It's like super aggressive driving out here. I think I would die. So
Somebody's complimenting my driving, Derek. Take note.
no,
California is a stressful, especially like
Did I drive down any one-way streets, Brian? I almost did. Almost.
you did at Comic-Con though. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I don't. I see watching other people drive here. Brendan's doing just fine.
See? There you go. But yeah, I took him downtown. We went to the movies. Today we did the Brendo reality tour. We went to the beach. We went to Secret Beach. We went to Roberto's. We went to Lou's. Drove by my old house, my old elementary school, my old high school.
Went to Nickel Arcade.
We went to a Nickel Arcade today.
It still exists.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. Well, it wasn't that great. They had way too many redemption games.
Yeah,
Not enough arcade games, but they did have Miss Pac-Man and Centipede on free play.
Yeah, and
that's cool.
quote Nickel.
And it was all the nickel games, but it's like 6 nickels, so it's a quarter.
Yeah.
But these are games that would normally cost like
nickels
4
or 30
quarters.
cents.
They had a bunch of pinball machines that were like the
Expensive.
cheapest pinball machine was 5 nickels, but that's only a quarter. And they had
Yeah, you pay that
dude.
anywhere.
But listen to their pinball machine lineup. It was pretty great. WWF Royal Rumble,
Okay.
South Park, The Simpsons, Indiana Jones, and it was the Indiana Jones one where it's all the movies.
The trilogy one, right?
No, the quadrilogy one.
So like newer one.
Yes, it was a newer one.
Oh.
Tron, they had a Tron one that was
Nice.
like a Neutron, like Tron Legacy.
Neutron?
Yeah, Neutron.
Any
Lethal
protons?
Weapon 3,
Nice. Lethal Weapon 3.
Diner, like not like based on the movie, but it was
The
like a
TV
classic Bally. It's like a classic Bally pinball machine.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. What else did they have? Yeah, they had. I think that was it. But they had some cool pinball machines.
That's really cool.
some crazy air hockey.
Oh, dude, they had the Pac-Man Smash air hockey. Have you seen this?
No, there's
Okay,
a lot
you
of cool new Pac-Man games.
You can play 2-on-2.
It's air hockey.
It's air hockey, but then so you're playing normal air hockey, and then
they release like
they release like 30 pucks at
all
once.
So it's just like madness on the thing. Like,
That's cool.
It's
It's
so much
nice.
fun. But like you get tired afterward because you're
Yeah,
like
I
just
think
like
it's pretty
ah. It's
was
and
fun.
it's really great.
like other
It's,
people were watching and they were like really.
yeah,
amazed.
because it happens multiple times. Like you'll be really intensely playing one like regular air hockey, and it's awesome because also it like drops the puck for you. You don't have to like reach in and get the puck. You don't have to do anything like that. And then at random intervals, it just drops all the pucks.
That's
And you
cool.
can play. There's 4 shuffle things, so you can play with 2-on-2. It's really cool.
There's been a lot of cool new Pac-Man like
They
arcade
got that
games.
4-player
that have come out.
Pac-Man, which is
Yeah.
also on Xbox and Steam now.
Okay, so Audrey went to her friend's birthday party, and we went along at John's Incredible Pizza in Moreno Valley near us.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Do
they
they have
have like
trivia?
new stuff. What's that?
Do they have trivia?
They got trivia. This is the first time they've had it. It's brand new.
Love that
The
trivia.
we played some of that, but they also had the Pac-Man tournament one, the four-player
Nice.
thing. And the best part is Janelle and I played with Luke and Audrey. Luke's finally tall enough to reach it,
Oh,
and so we
sweet.
just sat there playing four-player games with our family.
That 4-player Pac-Man is so much
Amazing.
fun.
The best part is
When
Luke and
you-
Audrey each won a round.
Nice when you get the power pellet and try to eat the other
You can eat those
competitors.
guys.
That's the best.
So cool. So
But I found out that Brian is a pretty amazing Miss Pac-Man player.
really,
Yeah, I get it
He
from my
did the
grandma.
around the world. He beat all the levels to where it got back to the
really,
first one, and he almost made it again. Like he almost did 2 loops.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Did you get like the high score on the machine?
No, surprisingly
dude,
not.
it
The
was
high
really-
score was like
it was pretty
138,000.
high. I looked at
It was
the
really
score.
high.
It was like-
Wow.
Yeah.
But you probably do on some machines then.
Yeah, my grandma, she was a mad Pac-Man.
She had Pac-Mania?
Dude, she,
Pac-Man fever.
You know, like my grandmother of all people, and she was really amazing. Yeah, believe it or not,
That's cool.
she'd be on that machine for hours.
And then we played this really hard aliens shooting game.
Ooh.
That was just like a quarter sucker, nickel sucker.
Nickel
Yeah.
sucker.
Well, because you lost health when you shot a fellow Marine, and I swear they would
They
put him in
run
front
out
of
in
you
front of you.
on purpose, so you'd like lose life.
Why'd
It
you
was so
shoot me?
evil.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was on purpose.
Stupid.
But yeah, it was fun. We had fun doing
Hey,
that.
you're doing too good. We're gonna have somebody run out in front of you. Give us
Also-
more money.
And I think I lost my pinball skills. I used to have mad pinball skills,
Yeah.
and like pinball's really hard.
It is. Yeah.
Like you know how if you die right away, they'll give you the ball back.
Yeah. Like
I kept getting it where I was like right past that point, and then it would go away.
it's I mean you definitely have
Some
to
of those pinball machines are cheaper than other ones as far as like unforgiving.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My favorite was always Pinbot,
Pinball's pretty good.
and I loved the Nintendo adaptation of it too.
Yeah,
So,
it's really
good one.
I had-
Tucson has an amazing pinball arcade now. It's a not-for-profit.
Well, that's
Really?
cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Called D&D Pinball. It's right
So wait,
downtown.
you still have to put money in? Like, is it free?
Yeah, but sometimes they have they'll have free play, or they'll give a certain amount to charity. Like I think last time they were donating to our community radio station there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
What's the best pinball machine they have there?
Probably the Elton John one. It's pretty fun.
That's
Elton
awesome.
John
Yeah,
pinball.
it's-
Does it play like Elton John's song?
it's
Goodbye, Yellow Brick
it's
Road.
crazy.
Is it like?
Yeah, they have
It's all just the Lion King is the funny part.
And then I think, in fact, if you look on their website, D&D Pinball, somebody made like some homebrew arcade thing, and they put that there too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
That's cool.
Yeah.
When I had an Apple IIe, they had this awesome thing called Pinball Construction Set, and you
Huh.
could make your own pinball machine.
Like with
Like
the
you
Apple?
could put all the, like no, it's on the Apple. It was like a game
Oh, okay.
on the Apple IIe, and you could like take pieces, so you could have as many bumpers as you wanted and like different score things. So I'd make one where it was like the whole side was bumpers, so the ball would just like go every. It was awesome. You could have multiple like shooters, so I'd like. It was really cool.
It's been a long time since
Derek
the
says I channeled Rosie O'Donnell just then.
I don't know why.
Probably some hand motions I made or something.
Oh, okay.
But he also mentions one of my favorite pinball machines of all time, which is Addams Family.
Yeah.
Because that was the first pinball machine that had like the video screen that I can remember,
Yeah, they have that there too.
and it had. Oh, they did. I think they did. Oh, yours. They didn't.
Yeah.
But I love like you get the mamushka and it does like little dancing guys. And,
Yeah.
Mamushka.
I'm glad
Alright.
that there's like at least a little bit of a resurgence there as far as
Yeah.
arcades and stuff go, because it's a sad sad change.
Most of the kids that were in there were playing the ticket games.
Yeah.
And there was a guy
Gotta get this
That
Chinese
was
finger
like-
trap somehow.
doing the craziest DDR I had seen in a long time.
He was
Like,
fixing the machine.
Like the
I
movie
saw-
style.
So, like, if you see him actually playing it,
Really?
he was he had his shoes off, so he was like a pro.
He
And
was fixing the machine or something.
he would take breaks because he was so worn out. That's why he was sitting down. But when he did it, he was doing it on like the hardest level, and it didn't even. He was doing it so fast, it didn't even look like he was moving. And I watched him for a while, and it was crazy. He had to have had him memorized.
Or on the that's what you call on the spectrum. I think. Because I thought he was like fixing the machine or something. Because he looked camped out there, like he
was camped out there. He had a fan and everything.
What the? Yeah.
Like he brought in a fan.
That's Spectrum. He's on the spectrum.
So those DDR, the people that like are hardcore into DDR, like they are really.
What was the name of that movie where they like dance?
Oh, the FP.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Have you seen that movie?
What? No.
It's on Netflix, and it takes place in a world where, like, gang fights are DDR. They use DDR to settle gang.
And somehow they like die at the end sometimes.
Yeah, and they actually die. It's ridiculous.
Doesn't really make any sense. It's awesome.
Oh, Derek says don't watch it. It's made by idiots.
Well, it's amazing. So they're amazing idiots.
It's amazing. Right. Okay. Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah. DFP.
It's been an hour and a half of my life.
It's worth it. Even if you just watch the first 20 minutes just to see the fights.
Okay, maybe 20 minutes.
At least give it 20 minutes. It's worth it.
All right. Well, we got a bunch of mail. And we got
Let's
a ton of Amazon stuff. That might be the show.
We've got to at least talk about movies and stuff, too.
And then you've seen like a million movies.
I have to go through. We have to talk about something. Okay.
We're going to do a lightning round when it comes to movies.
We can do that.
Okay, reader mail. Craig from the Res. Hey, guys. So my job on September 15th, so I am going... Oh, my job ends on September 15th, so I'm going to spend part of my bonus going to the LA Podcast Festival. Oh, man.
Sweet.
I probably won't be staying any extra because LA is expensive. I'll be going to see Go Bayside finale live at 2 p.m. Sunday, September 28th. Brendo, you should come. A little over $30 for the whole day. You could stay in my room if you want. Lord knows I paid enough for it. I really want to go. I just don't think I can.
Why?
Because I'm already driving up to LA next weekend, and like I'm trying to conserve money.
Yeah, but this is in September.
I have to conserve money.
$30.
It's not just $30. It's driving all the way up to LA and
$40.
No, your math is really bad.
No, I'd go. I might come out to it. That sounds cool.
Maybe we'll think about it.
Okay, even if you can't actually go to the thing, we should at least like meet up. Craig from the Res is coming to California.
I don't know.
Like go out and get dinner or something.
He says he's not doing anything else.
Well, he might go get dinner.
That's a long drive. Jeez.
We'll talk about it. Don't worry. We got this. Carry on.
You guys have a lot of Amazon stuff to read through. I got a $100 bonus gift certificate out of the blue at work and promptly spent most of it trying to replicate Phil's sweet and tangy life.
I don't know exactly what
Phil.
that means.
I think he's like your sweet lifestyle of video games and movies and doing whatever it is that you do all day.
People really don't think that I have like any constructive stuff that I do. I'm pretty sure, but
no, they don't.
I do stuff, you know.
Derek, I've gotten multiple compliments about the Amazon section, including from Brian, who listens here.
Yes.
Listen to Derek.
People really want to know that
of people who bought AA batteries and phone chargers.
Yes, people want us to read out what they buy. That's part of the deal.
Just wait for it. It gets good tonight.
There's some good stuff tonight.
We already previewed. Okay. All right, Mark Bolton. Hey, Phil and Brendo. Mark Bolton here. I've got a Nostalgia Detectives question for you. Sweet. Remember the awesome Nickelodeon show Salute Your Shorts? Of course they do.
Yes.
I really loved that show as a kid, and I always remembered how no one could get that one line in the theme song correct. You know, it was that part that went, Camp Anawana, we hold you in our hearts. When we think about you, this thing came apart, or it makes me want to fart. That was always really funny to me, but did the show ever say what the real line was? Yes, because Ugg corrected them, remember? It's, I hope we never part. Now get it right or pay the price. That's Ugg's line in the song.
All right, that was a quick detective there.
I hope we never part. There you go. That was always really funny to me. Obviously, it has to rhyme with heart. It's I hope we never part. Get it right or pay the price. But I can't remember if they ever said what the real line was. Anyway, your interviews with the book authors are really interesting. Good job getting them on the show. Love the podcast, Swing Set of Doom 2014.
Yeah, we're working on that.
I think Mark might win.
He said, was he Christmas 2014?
I think he's bumped it. I think he said September now. I don't know. Mark's got Phil's. Speaking of which, congratulations, Mark.
Yeah.
New arrival.
Just had a son.
Yeah.
Very
Benview
exciting.
Network, baby.
Congratulations. Very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and Benson, I guess, have we done a show? I guess we haven't really plugged, but Benson and I were on Nightwing with Power Girl a few episodes back talking about Rocket Raccoon #1.
no, it's a new name now. You messed up the name again.
Oh, shoot. Why did I keep changing names?
You ruined it again.
Comic Nerds Unite? That's what it's called, right?
I believe so.
Comic Book Nerds Unite.
Derek says
Derek, he had a baby this week, and all I could think about is the Salute Your Shorts.
Hey, as a parent, I understand. Like you
I
can't.
think this was before this.
He probably
came
wrote this like 4
before.
weeks ago.
Yeah, this was like Comic Con.
Probably eating him alive. Well, his
Hey,
wife was in.
his wife was in labor for 57 hours.
Yeah, you got to do something during that time.
Goes through your mind.
Let me tell you, you're not just sitting there concentrating on like birth the whole time. You got to do something.
Salute
Yeah.
your shorts.
Salute Your Shorts is better than nothing. When our daughter was born, I had like Janelle, because of the weird hospital thing, I was separated from Janelle for like a couple hours. They wouldn't let me in, and I sat in the waiting room with my mom watching Cops because it was like
That
the
was
middle of the
such
night.
a nightmare.
That was the only thing on TV. So that's like some of my fond memories of my daughter being born is watching Cops.
Didn't Brendo leave the hospital because he wanted a soda? That was during Luke's birth, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Well, yeah, because
Phil decided to go to a Seventh-day Adventist hospital
well, we didn't
where-
know what that meant. We didn't
where they
understand
had
the
no
implications.
caffeinated beverages of any kind.
Yeah, so
Not
Janelle
even
kept sending people
coffee.
out to smuggle Diet Cokes into her. That was
I
That-
was doing that. I was doing
Yes.
service to
that
the
was
mom.
important.
I may have
think
also.
that should be like in red letters, like a disclaimer at the top of their paperwork when you check in there. Like,
Because Luke was in the NICU, so you guys were there for a long time.
yeah. And we didn't get to sleep.
Yeah.
We needed a Diet Coke.
So
'Cause,
they
yeah,
served decaf coffee the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It's really weird.
I
And
went
not
all
just there,
over because
But
I
the
even
whole
went,
town.
The whole town is
There's a
just
small little town there, and you have to drive outside the town limits to get caffeine. Even at like the 7-Eleven down the street does not sell caffeinated
We're
beverages.
Dry County.
Yeah, you are the
No
caffeine.
caffeine here.
But I even went to like the staff lounge.
Yep.
Past house and I snuck in there and looked at the coffee and it was all decaf and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. Oh, why was the Audrey birth a nightmare? Because they took. Well, I'll let Phil tell the story.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go into all the details because it's long. But when Audrey was born, actually both of our kids, we had very bad like experiences. 2 different hospitals. The first one, they like took her away because Janelle wound up having a C-section because the doctor messed up some stuff, and they took Audrey away and they said that Janelle couldn't see her because she had to recover from the surgery, and that the mother is more important than the father, so I wouldn't get to see the baby until Janelle was recovered enough to see her. So they like tried to keep us separate. They said it could be up to like 24 hours or more, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Audrey was totally perfectly healthy, and we had to, like, my mom had to, because my mom's a nurse, and she basically went in and all but threatened to sue them if they didn't let us see my baby. And we
it
wound
was
up
crazy. And the whole time the nurse was like yelling at Phil.
Yeah,
I have
look.
it. I got it on video.
Brendo, the video is so great. It's Brendo like, oh my gosh, what's happening? He's like videoing through the glass, like narrating. Oh, she's yelling at Phil. Oh my god, oh no, what's happening now? Like, it's so great. Oh.
And meanwhile, both of the grandmas are going crazy.
Yeah.
You got Phil's mom. You got Janelle's mom. You got, like, it was just like, it was a scene. It was
In retrospect, although it was horrible at the time, that video is one of the funniest things I've ever seen to this day. So, yeah, it was bad. And then Luke's was bad because
Derek wants to see it.
what? Where can I see
Derek
it?
wants to see it.
I'll upload it to YouTube. Luke's was bad because it was a teaching hospital in addition to the other stuff, and So they had like a student working on him, kind of like think early seasons of Scrubs, and they accidentally like overinflated his lungs with a CPAP machine just because they were trying to show him how to do a CPAP, even though he was fine. He didn't need one. They were just experimenting with it, and he got like a horrible like infection from it, and he had to be in the NICU for like a couple days.
See, didn't he have like jaundice?
Well, not really, but he had like complications after the fact because of all the stuff they kept messing up.
So they were just like, hey, let's use this on this baby.
Yeah, because when he was born, he was completely healthy, and they're like, well, if he wasn't breathing, here's a machine you would use, and the guy put it on there and basically overinflated his lung, and then it caused like an abscess behind his lung that got infected, and yeah.
Why aren't you a millionaire right now, Phil?
We seriously debated suing, and we decided after experiencing other lawsuits in our family that it just wasn't worth it.
Yeah, that's true. You guys have had some. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that can be just as bad as it, But we could. I mean, honestly, that one in particular.
So both these hospitals were like wacky, cheap hospitals.
Yeah, well,
It was weird, man.
Both of them in some ways. Well, the Adventist one is actually highly respected as a research hospital, but the downside of that, obviously, is you've got a bunch of moron students running around doing stuff
and their coffee is horrible.
And there's no coffee, right? So the other one though was like out of the Twilight Zone. That one was just weird. Like, I don't know.
That's LA Unified Insurance.
Yeah, it was in Long Beach there. So anyway, that was kind of a sidetrack, but congratulations, Mark.
Birth stories.
Yeah.
Here on Radio Brendo.
Yeah, that's like the family-friendly version too. I didn't get into like the bad gross stuff.
Yeah, there's some bad gross stuff.
We're not going to do that here.
Steve Espinoza writes, "Hey guys, first let me start up. I was born on the day John Lennon was killed.
What?
I was. Derek.
Oh, you're reading Derek's thing.
I
thought you were reading Steve's letter. You're all confused.
Yeah, I was like, what?
You're all, hey guys, I was born on the day John Lennon was killed. What?
Steve Espinoza writes, "Hey guys, first let me start by saying I'm up for a Radio Brendo fan meetup.
Yes.
I live in SoCal, not too far from Phil in Moreno Valley, and as long as my car works, I'll drive to Orange County, seeing how that seems to be the most central location as far as venues go. I'm not sure we'll have enough to fill a theater, maybe a banquet room at a restaurant, and to pay for it, including food for the meetup, you can put it up on Kickstarter, and anyone puts in $10, $20, whatever, gets to enjoy the show live. And if that doesn't work and we only have a handful of people willing to show up, perhaps we can reserve a study room at a local library. Remember libraries? Those places where you could research for free before the internet? Anyway, I personally would need 2 to 3 weeks' notice to ask for the night off, unless it's early in the day." Derek's making fun of this already.
What, a meetup?
No, like a podcast recording in the library.
Oh, in the library. That's
Secondly,
cool.
I personally enjoy grilled chicken on a pizza, and Hawaiian-style pizza is my favorite. That's wrong. But that's all irrelevant, seeing how 99% of pizza pies in America are nowhere near what an actual Italian pizza pie would look or taste like. It's like saying that a pile of crap on the left is bigger than the pile of crap on the right, because there's chunks of corn in it. Meanwhile, some Italian guy is looking at you funny because he's enjoying a real pizza. Pizza in Italy is like something completely different. America, like you can't even. It's like a totally different thing. Did I see the Saved by the Bell footage? I haven't yet because I've been pretty busy today. I heard it looked insane. Sorry, Derek's getting ready to leave, so we had to ask that.
Okay.
I haven't watched it yet. I need to watch it.
The Lifetime thing?
Yeah, the Lifetime thing.
I don't know. It looks...
I'm going to have to watch it.
One of the best pizzas I ever had, just real quick to get back on Steve's, was in France.
Yeah, I had pizza in France, too.
How different is their pizza? I thought pizza was all... Like, I thought there was New York and Chicago.
No.
In France, like, they served it kind of like... Almost like crepe style.
Yeah, it's like crepe almost.
It's like rolled in like a cone shape kind of.
Give me Chicago.
It's completely different. I'm just saying.
I would totally be disappointed. Yeah.
All right. Well, he also says, "Keep up the good work. I'm really enjoying the show, and hopefully I can see Radio Brendo Man live in the near future. Benview Con, and if Benview Network doesn't want to cooperate, it'll just be Brendo Con."
Okay. Well, I after reading these and stuff, here's my idea. First of all,
we can
thank
meet
you
at
guys
like
for
Fur's
writing.
Cafeteria or something.
And what?
Fur's Cafeteria. That's a good meetup spot.
What the
Pretty
heck?
bad.
What? Oh,
It's like an Arizona thing.
No, man. It's like where old people go to eat, cafeteria style.
We don't have those.
Yeah.
That's got to be an Arizona thing.
Okay, never mind.
But we could go to Arizona sometime. I think. No, okay. When Craig from the Res is out, we're gonna arrange. We're gonna find out what days he's here. We're gonna do a meetup. It might
We
not
can
be
have
like
a meetup at the LA Podcast
Yeah, just a meetup.
Festival.
We could do it there or maybe somewhere
I
nearby.
did find out that at LA Podcast Festival they do have panels in the whole meeting room and all kinds of other stuff.
All right. This won't have. This might not even necessarily. It's not going to be like a thing we're going to charge. We're just going to hang out. And then in the spring, after the new year, we're going to do Benview, the Benview Con, where all the podcast people on the
BenCon.
BenCon, and we'll actually get together and
We
do a
gotta
thing.
give Benson a big head. You need to come.
So, yeah. Well, if they don't want to run it, we'll just call it BrendoCon and invite them to join us. So.
That'll give Brendan a big head.
I already have a big head.
Literally.
So
Literally
in
and figuratively.
September, we'll do a meetup, just like a hangout. We might record something, we might not, but one way or another, we'll just do a quick meetup.
I'm not driving up to LA in September.
We'll do it in Orange County then. There you go.
I don't
We'll
know.
meet in the middle. We'll make it happen.
I don't know.
It's already planned. It's too late.
You know what I know?
What do you
should
know?
listen to the show on Stitcher because it's awesome, and you should go to radiobrendo.com, click the Stitcher link. Brian listens to the show on Stitcher, don't you, Brian?
I do.
Nice.
There you go.
I love Stitcher.
And you click the thumbs up. You hit the thumbs up,
Yep.
and yeah. And if
Spits
you're
out a $5 bill.
if you want to be cool like Brian, you can sign up if you haven't signed up for an account yet. When you do, use the code BrendoMan, and yeah.
That'd be really good.
And then you can use the promo code RadioBrendoMan when you sign up for DreamHost to save $50.
$50.
Plus, you'll get a free domain registration on top of the other initial one that you get.
With that
So
$50, you could go to the
somebody's
podcast con.
Listening in Canada, how does that, or Mexico, do you have listeners,
Yeah.
outside continental United
I think so.
States?
Well, no, we have at
them
least
in-
someone in England, right?
Yeah.
So how does that, what, do they get 50 pounds?
Well, I don't think it's a
$50 US.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We we don't have our exchange rate up to date at the moment.
You should.
They
you should
calculate
look into
that.
You should look
International
into that,
fees
guys.
may apply.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Just use it. Radio code.
Radio code.
Promo code RadioBrendoMan at DreamHost.com when you sign up. You can also just go straight to RadioBrendo.com. There is a link for DreamHost, but you still need to put in the code. There's a link to Stitcher. There's a link to Amazon. If you're going to buy something on Amazon, go to RadioBrendo.com. Ah, gosh. Those freaking jerks that stole RadioBrendoMan.com out from under me.
One of these
My
days.
fault. They're
Yep.
trying to charge like a crazy amount of money. Like, yeah, well, sure, we'll sell it to you, $1,000.
Still can't believe there should be like a cap on how much, or like if they're not using it for a certain amount, like they have to actually show that they're using it. I don't know. Shouldn't just be able to camp on it. That's mean.
Well, it's my fault for thinking that I would never use it again.
That's true. Don't ever let any.
Always
Domain
renew your
name
domain
go.
names, even if you're not sure, because it's
We have some really
better to
stupid
have
ones
it.
that we're not letting go just because.
yeah.
We'll
One of
never
these
get it
days.
back.
Speaking of stupid domain names, go to DoritosFan.com.
For all your Doritos fanning needs. Hey, you know what I need
What?
to find out what people have been buying on Amazon lately.
This is like over a month's worth of Amazon stuff.
I will have to go through them fast, but people
Okay.
want to.
We're going to go fast here. Okay, we got H2H men's slip fit casual fashion button-down shirts with checkered trim, white, $26.99.
Nice.
Let me check this shirt out real quick.
While you're looking at that, I notice here that the sizing in
That is
Asia
a fancy
and the US
shirt.
is different.
Look at this shirt.
Wow.
It's a pretty fancy shirt.
$27 shirt.
Yeah, it looks nice. Classy. It's got a classy look. All right, then we got Tom's Wear, men's premium casual inner layer dress shirt. See, somebody's clothes shopping.
It's a back to school.
Good.
Yeah. Got to look good on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got a Cuccio. That sounds dirty.
It's Italian.
Earth, lava, pumice stone.
Well, I know what that's for. That's to like. It's when you like rub the bottom of your
Pumice
feet.
your
to get rid of
corns.
calluses. Yeah. I need one of those.
Ew.
Yeah, I think you need like one grit probably for your feet there.
I just need to wear like
Just use some sandpaper. Yeah, it's cheaper. Yeah, totally.
Seriously. You know,
I
have you
got-
ever seen that like egg grater things they sell on like late night TV?
Yeah, just
Those
use a
things are
cheese
sick.
grater.
It seriously is like a cheese grater, and then they
just
like
bring that in the shower. That would work.
remember
dump
that
it out.
foot
It looks
thing?
like powdered cheese. Oh,
Mm.
The foot thing that guy was selling,
Yes,
the
it
one
was,
where
like,
he talked
big
about his
Band-Aids
kids,
on the bottom
and
of
he
your
talked
feet.
about his kids' poos.
Yeah,
Because
he was inspired one day by watching his daughter take a dump or something,
What?
It's so weird.
and then he knew that toxins had to have a way to get out of your body.
Kind of
So he-
toxins, and you can get it out of your feet by using this foot patch.
it's like a Band-Aid, a
Good.
giant Band-Aid for the bottom of your feet, and you wake up in the morning and like all the toxins have escaped from your foot.
Because that's a real thing.
Yeah, sounds like snake oil to me.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So back to the Amazon list.
Oh, we got a loofah sponge 6-pack. That's a lot of loofahs.
That is a lot of loofahs.
Boy,
Books.
somebody- Mm.
We got Nightwing Volume 4, Second City of the New 52. We got The Walking Dead Volume 21, All Out War Part 2. I'm behind. I need to catch up.
Fun.
Computer stuff. We got
Ooh.
an EVGA GeForce GT something
Numbers.
video
letters.
card. Get a new video card at Amazon.
Probably for their Commodore 64.
Yeah.
Sounds
Rocking
like it.
those graphics. Ooh, SSD drive for $64.99.
No, I see there.
$64.99, 120 gigabyte SSD drive. That's a good deal. That's a good deal because those things are lightning fast. If you're a gamer, you get those SSD drives.
I'm glad you're here to read these because these just look gibberish to me. I wouldn't even know
We
how
got
to
a
describe what
wireless
this is.
nano USB adapter, something.
Miniature design.
We got a DVDs. We got Batman: Dark Knight Returns Blu-ray, $651. That
Good
would
deal.
be the animated. That's the new animated.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. We got electronics. We got
I think Peter
CDR.
Weller has a voice for that. It's pretty amazing.
yeah. SPDIF audio cable. We got DVI HDMI cable. That's a good deal for an HDMI cable. $2.70.
Yeah, don't buy those like ridiculously expensive ones.
They're all the same.
All the
They're
same
all
thing.
the same thing. I got gold plated. It's better. No, I just spent $50 on a cable that you should have spent $6 on at the most. Okay, we got FFP Kind Plus Dark Chocolate Cherry Cashew gluten-free bars, antioxidants, something.
Pack of 12.
Wow.
We got
That's not-
organic oils, organic chia seed. Get your chia seeds.
And your Chia Pet.
We got Gillette Sensor 3 Smooth Shave Disposable Razor 8 count. We got Hawaiian Tropic Dark Tanning Oil,
Ooh.
8 ounce.
Wow.
Someone
You know
going to
what?
the beach.
Brian and I both got sunburned
Yeah,
today.
his
Did you?
left arm got burned.
Because our arms
My
were sticking
right
out of the
arm
windows,
got
so my
burned.
left arm and Brian's right arm.
So if you guys stand together, you've got like a 110. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we got Kind Nuts and Spices, Madagascar Vanilla Almond Bars.
All right.
Yeah.
Got Nicotine Transdermal Patch. Somebody is using the patch. Stop
All right,
smoking.
good luck.
Good
luck
on you.
with that.
Good luck.
You can do it.
You can do
You can do it.
it. Here we go.
This is
Tip
good.
Pack, Pearl Plastic Unscented Tampons, 36 count, pack of 2. That is 72 tampons.
That's a lot. Hey, I am proud that someone is willing to buy that through us. Either that or they just bought it
$13.94.
so that we'd have to read it out loud. But either way, that's cool.
We got You by Kotex, Click, regular, compact tampons, unscented.
So they got a
Wait,
they
they
got
have
a,
scented tampons? I guess, I don't know.
they got a Kotex and a Tampax. Which one is better?
This is tampon talk.
Readers, chime in. We want to know, like, what's the difference? And why do they all end with X? Is there something I'm missing there?
$6.98. That's a good deal, right?
Yeah, it's a great deal.
I don't know.
Brian knows tampon pricing.
No.
Does your wife make you buy tampons?
No. In fact, I've been enlightened. She uses the Diva Cup.
What the heck is that?
The Diva Cup? Google it.
I'm sure she'll be excited that you're telling everyone about it, by the way.
Do I want to do this right now? I'm going to do this right now.
I won't say what Janelle uses, but I will say that if I ever do have to get them, if I ever am made to do it...
What the heck is this, Brian?
It's exactly what it looks like.
It's a silicone cup worn internally?
Yeah.
Ew.
Well...
It, like, collects it? And then what? Do you, like, squeeze it out?
Oh, God.
More or less.
Oh, there's videos.
Don't watch the videos. Do not watch the videos.
It's better for the environment. It's
okay.
Oh, that's right. You guys are a bunch of hippies.
You reuse it.
So if I am the one that has to buy them, I have a $20 spending limit. I mean a minimum, so that I can go and buy a bunch of stuff and it's in the pile on this thing, and it's not like one. I will not walk up with one individual item.
Why not? What's
or
it going to
any other
do?
embarrassing? Because I don't want to have that conversation.
Oh, so like also other things?
Anything of those natures or related stuff.
If you had the Diva Cup, there's no conversation at all because it's reusable.
Well, see, that's between my wife and the environment. I am not stepping into that territory.
Well, now I've enlightened you, and maybe she listens to the podcast. She can think about it.
She might, or
you know, this is environmentally.
Or you might have caught her in a bad time, and she'll rip your head off for it. There's no way to predict that, you know.
Yeah.
You don't want to get in Janelle's bad side. Trust me.
Oh, I'm excited about this next one.
4 to 5-year-old improved Mayer lemon tree.
I have my lemon is a Meyer
you
lemon.
can buy a lemon tree on Amazon?
Yeah, why not?
It has a 3-year warranty.
My lemon is a Meyer lemon.
Okay. Are Meyer lemons better than regular lemons?
My grandpa swears by Meyer lemons. So when I was getting a lemon tree, he's like, "You're getting a Meyer, right?"
Is this you?
This is not me. I've had mine planted for several years now.
Yeah, but all these other stuff. Have a heart.
Nope.
Easy set, 1-door cage trap for rabbits, skunks, minks, and large squirrels.
And cats.
And cats.
If it was a cat trap, then
it traps rabbits. That's a big.
Yeah.
Look at
but
this.
No, this is not me. Maybe this is what Craig was talking about.
Okay, this is what you need to get, Phil. You should look at this thing. This is a cat trap.
This is really a cat, but does it catch them alive?
Yeah.
What do I do with it then?
Take it as far away as possible.
Where am I going to take it to?
Outside the city
Palm
limits.
Springs? I don't know. I'm not going to carry around a live cat.
How many strays do you have?
I've been there. There's a lot.
I mean, there's at least 4 or 5 that travel around the neighborhood.
There's a skunk in it.
How many?
At least 4 or 5, maybe more. Plus raccoons. Everything poops in my backyard.
I'm telling you, use this thing and then take it to the shelter.
So you probably have good soil.
You would think so, except that the cat poop is very acidic. It's bad for your soil.
Okay.
All right. It's got
here we go.
Who told you that?
The ammonia in it is very bad for your soil. Cats in particular.
That's pee.
Yeah.
Ammonia's everywhere.
Yes, but it's not. It's not good. Look it up. Cat poop compost.
Yeah, you can compost it.
I'm Google it right now.
Speaking of compost, we gotta have a good orchard discussion. Brian, has some plants and stuff in his backyard.
Yeah.
And he has a composting toilet.
We do. It's a 3-barrel system, and we compost our dog poop and cat poop.
There you go.
It's wonderful.
All right. According to organicgardening.com, if you're composting with the intention of using compost anywhere in edible crops, do not compost dog and cat waste.
That's not true. That's
All
not
right.
true.
All
no,
right.
That's not true because poop is poop. I'm sure they'll even tell you not to compost your own, and you can do that. You can still compost your own.
Green Star Co-op. Yeah, people poop is much safer than cat poop, though.
How is it any safer?
Because it says right here. Let's see. Oh, this is a bad one. It harbors certain bacteria that's harmful to people and can actually.
It all has bacteria. When you compost it, it all dies.
All right.
So the only difference is when somebody buys a bag of poop at Home Depot, is they're paying money for it. And
Well, but the poop at Home Depot is from.
mine is a gift that keeps giving.
But at Home Depot, it's from herbivores. They only eat plants.
You don't know that.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, you do. Like it has to be.
No,
No,
it doesn't.
it doesn't matter.
Says
If
who?
you're-
Okay.
You want poop? I'll give you some poop. Yeah, it's
All
from an
I'm saying,
herbivore.
if you put
Here's
in cat
herbivore
poop compost into Google, the first 30 results at least say don't.
I've been in Brian's yard. He's growing stuff. It's growing.
I'm not saying it won't make it grow, but it's got potential for bacteria.
No, it all has bacteria. Your poop has bacteria.
I know. I'm not pooping in my backyard.
He is.
I do.
You
great.
poop in your backyard? I
Yeah,
pee in my backyard.
He has a compact posting toilet in his backyard.
It's great. Yeah,
Alright.
this,
I pooped in it.
This is a bone I've been wanting.
Brian
to
is
pick
eating
with
my
you about
poop.
The whole cat thing.
What?
I said it once before, and it's not true.
All right.
It all has bacteria.
I just said Brian eats my poop, and nobody said anything.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned.
Yeah, but do you eat things from your yard?
No, you can use it. Well, you can
So-
use it for a number of things.
So I pooped, and what did you do with my poop compost?
It's been composted. It's soil now.
To grow what? Did you grow fruit?
Yeah, we grow.
Did you eat the fruit?
We have a.
Did you eat
lemon
the
tree.
fruit?
Yeah.
You ate my poo.
No, we didn't eat your food.
Yeah, some of it got in there.
Okay, well, where do you get
Through
your,
nature.
when you eat your fruit? Where does it come from? What's
It comes from the food.
the soil?
soil.
So you're eating.
Yeah, but I just
you're
am
eating
saying
other poop.
specifically
Oh,
you ate
man.
my poop.
It's not like you put your mouth on the butthole of something. Okay.
I know that. I just think it's amusing that you ate my poop.
That's
Like,
not
specifically.
True. That's not a true statement.
Particles-
It's much more complex
I know.
than that.
But I pooped,
You
and
pooped,
it grew.
and
Everybody
poops. Once you that freshly laid poo, I picked it up and I ate it. That's what I did. Everybody's wanting to know. No, it's you can use cat poop, you can use dog poop. You just let it do its thing, compost.
Battle of the poop, right
Everything
here.
dies. That's right. You heard it here first. and then you're good to go.
All right.
You can throw it in. Now, some people use it for gardening. You know, like we only use it for fruit-bearing trees. That's it.
Okay,
So
your poop
we won't go from.
What fruit-bearing trees do you
Yeah,
have?
what do you have?
guys-
What's your-
what you
We have
got?
a
Rundown.
orange tree and a lemon tree, and we had a pomegranate, but the winter killed it. It was
Ooh, I ate some of those.
it was
Good.
young. That died. So,
Oh,
yeah, we harvest our gray water too from our shower, even from
That's
our
cool.
kitchen. Our laundry water too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think the next big thing is we want to harvest rainwater. So
That's really cool.
yeah, we have an outdoor shower. It's pretty nice.
it is nice.
What's the advantage of outdoor shower? Just because it's cool?
It's like pooping outside. It's so peaceful.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if there's like an environmental impact or you just like to do it outside.
No, it's nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, that's
They have
cool.
a big yard. Not as big as your yard, Phil, but it's pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah, for Tucson, you know, like we do okay.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
oranges and lemons do okay there?
Yeah, they're a little water intensive, so that's why we try to recycle everything that we have due to the dry weather and everything.
That makes sense.
But the winters, believe it or not, you know, I mean, they're dry, cold winters, and we gotta protect our trees pretty good. So
Do you-
Do you
Like
have
to-
a lot of pest problems? Because Phil has a lot of pest problems.
Mostly with the apples.
Oh.
no pest problems.
But you had somebody eat some of your gardening stuff. What ate your garden?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what.
What ate Audrey's lima beans? Did you
well,
eat the lima
the
beans?
gopher ate the lima beans.
Oh.
Yeah, that
You
may
have
have
gopher
underground
problems?
pests in that nature, but bugs-wise, it's not too bad.
No, we have rabbits, we have ground squirrels, which, you know, yeah, you gotta be. I mean, our tomatoes, we, you know, just like with birds, you know, so we had to put up some bird netting. So.
Right.
This is some hardcore orchard talk here.
So
Yeah.
do you do netting around the oranges and lemons, you mean?
No. Around our
Just the
tomatoes, we
tomatoes, okay.
absolutely had to. Yeah.
That's
Phil,
what
have you done tomatoes?
Birds loved it.
I have not done tomatoes. I mean, this year is our first.
You got your peppers. Those peppers were pretty
Oh
good.
my gosh, you should see them now. It has exploded. The pepper.
They're like bright red. They're like bright.
Well,
bright
it's got
red.
yellow and red. There's two
Okay.
colors on it.
I saw the red ones.
So, Phil, did you single-handedly start the California water crisis drought thing, or what?
When he
couple
left his
years
hose
ago,
on.
Yeah, I may have triggered that. Especially now that we're at where we are, I feel even worse about that whole situation. But that was like what, 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
Dude,
So
they're like watering the lawn here in Brendo's apartment complex. So
It was funny. There's, you know how there's the signs on the freeway now that say like
Yeah.
conserve water.
yeah,
Right underneath one of those signs, we were driving by it. There was sprinklers on the freeway that were just spraying
Going
down a
nowhere.
canyon, going nowhere.
oh my
Right
god,
underneath one of those conserve water signs.
So stupid.
yeah,
It was
like I don't.
ridiculous. I'm like, why are there even sprinklers there on the side of the freeway? On the side of the 15 freeway, spraying into a canyon.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. I mean, for us, you know, I have my stuff all on a timer, and you know, so all the fruit bearing stuff obviously is, you know, that needs water, but that's a reasonable thing to water, you know.
How many
But-
trees do you have?
Got quite a few.
Yeah, let's see.
Hundreds?
Oh
No,
no,
probably like-
more like 30, 35, something like that. I could do a quick count, but it might.
No.
No.
Speaking of water timers, we
Yes.
got an Orbit 62061N 91213 single dial water timer, only $31.29.
That's a good deal.
We get $2 of that.
That's the way. I mean, that's definitely the most effective way to keep that many trees alive, you know, without wasting a bunch of water.
And you got that like drip system.
Yeah, there's a drip system all throughout the whole yard. Plus, you know, there's a few spots with sprinklers to hit, you know.
And then you've got your broken hose that you still use.
I'm just conserving materials, you know. No,
You're
I'm
just
not wasteful. It's for the environment.
Sure, you just keep telling yourself that.
Mm.
Okay, then we got 2GOO 3-in-1 plant flower soil tester moisture light pH meter. Do you have a soil tester, Phil?
I do not. We're
Brian?
very blessed because in
You have one of
Yucaipa you can't keep stuff from growing. It's extremely fertile.
So you don't have to worry about testing soil.
Yeah, I mean you know, I can't get rid of the weeds, let alone, you know, have to worry if other stuff is growing. It's insane.
Well, we've also got a flexible cutting board set of five cutting boards, $10.
Moving into the kitchen. Well, you know, if you dirty one or if you got meat on one and vegetables on the
Don't wanna
other.
mix that stuff.
Yeah.
Norpro
interesting.
Deluxe Cherry Pitter with suction base.
If someone's making like pies with this, is that what you need a cherry pitter for?
Pit cherries, you don't want
Canning them?
pits in them. I don't want pits in my cherries.
Yeah, but like if you're just eating them, you just eat them and spit them out, right?
But if I can pit those things before I do that, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, so.
We got I Am Strikes Low Standards EP.
Explicit.
Ooh,
Dirty.
never heard of this band.
I'm not either.
Oh, what-
It's
what are those
alternative
songs?
rock.
$1.98 for the whole EP.
One of the songs is called Bitches.
And love is just a way to die.
These guys sound bitter and angry.
Well, no, I think they raised dogs. What's the title of the band?
I Am Strikes.
I am straight.
Yeah, that's the name of a
Probably just like sad little emo kids.
Probably.
dog breeder.
I'm Strikes.
Bitches. Love is just a way to die.
Right, because dogs die early.
We're making fun of somebody's music that bothered them.
No, I think that's really what it is.
All right. We also got Avery Laser business cards, 250 count.
Oh, what's the business?
We gotta find out. Got LaserJet 10A cartridge. Those things are such a. Well, this is a LaserJet cartridge, so that'll last a long time.
I know
Unlike the ink cartridges.
that does not last a long time.
Okay, then we got some camping stuff.
Nice. Who's going
Who's
camping?
going camping? Coleman 10-inch steel tent stakes. Oh, somebody's not messing around.
Yeah, that's some serious stakes.
Only $2. Probably a piece. But you don't that's like the pro camping tip is buy good steaks because the steaks that come with most tents are terrible
Yeah.
and like bend and like as soon as you try to pull them out they're crappy.
However, if you go camping a lot, you can. By the time you've gone to 3 or 4 sites, I've collected enough tent stakes that are of higher quality than the ones I have. I don't have to buy them. So
Well, there you go.
there's
Where
your
can
Phil's
be
cheap
Phil?
camping tip there.
You can be the Friegel like.
This is also Phil that has a tent. Did you get rid of that tent yet?
Nope, that's what we used all summer.
You need new tent poles because I've gotten. You want to get PVC slivers in your hands? Use Phil's tent.
It actually collapsed one.
Those
one
are the
time when
most
it was-
painful slivers you will ever have in your life.
on the last trip we did, it got a little breezy one day, and we came back and the whole thing was collapsed because the poles couldn't handle it.
You need just get new poles.
That's all it needs, really, but that costs money, and
But
it
those
kind of works still.
PVC slivers, man,
Duct
they're
tape,
the
Phil.
worst.
Oh, I've got zip ties and duct tape holding it together. That's the only thing that is holding it together right now.
Well,
But
then
there's
that's
still the
that.
slivers get in no matter what you do.
All right, we got Estwing E24A Sportsman Hatchet Metal Handle. That's a serious hatchet.
That's
Got
good camping stuff.
E-Tech City Indoor Outdoor Motion Moisture Sensor Meter Soil Water Monitor.
So someone's getting serious about some planting
Some
stuff here.
serious orchard. Got large, medium, firm wellness seat cushion. What is this?
Oh,
Let me look at it. Oh, it's like a butt cushion.
ooh,
Ooh, it looks comfortable. Ooh, I kind of want to get this.
I want a butt
Put it
cushion.
on my seat. Look, it's like all soft. It's
Memory
memory
foam.
foam.
Like if you're sitting for a long time, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, I kind of
Ooh.
maybe only $20. Ooh, I might look into this. Somebody, whoever bought this, fill me in on this once you have it for a while. I want to hear about it. I'm interested. I'm interested in this because it looks very comfortable.
I could use that for recording when we do our extra long episodes. It gets pretty
Yeah.
sore sometimes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Where are we next?
Aquarium maintenance.
Hold on.
Aquarium. Did you lose your spot?
Okay, we got Tom, aquarium maintenance, gravel siphon, nozzle, hose,
Someone
something.
got the fish.
We got Caterpillar, men's diagnostic steel toe waterproof boots. Those are some
That's some
These are-
serious boot.
serious boots.
$100
You,
pair
oh
of boots.
wow, yeah, you could probably kill somebody with them. Look at
So
these
they're
things.
either like going to do some serious work, or they're going to do some like old school punk rock shows, something like that.
You could really hurt somebody with that. Okay, somebody posted a sign from Warped Tour this year.
Uh huh.
It's over, Phil.
What?
Concerts are officially. The sign said, "No stage diving, no moshing, no crowd surfing."
At Warped Tour?
And I'm like, what? And that's it. Like, why? That's the fun is over.
This is not your father's Warped Tour.
I do remember at the first Warped Tour I went to, I thought I was gonna die in the mosh pit because
It is scary. I remember
it was
the
intense.
last time we went moshing ourselves,
Oh.
we almost got.
We all
No,
came
dude.
away with injuries.
Yeah, I mean it's dangerous, but still, like what?
Still part of going to a show.
What's
What kind of
this like? I
sanitized
don't
world do we
understand.
live in when
What
Warped Tour?
Hmm?
Warped Tour. Where did that come from? Boots to yoga pants.
Oh, we were
Where
talking
does
about
that-
the segue was we were talking about steel toe boots and a
Okay.
lot of punk. I can't say
Punkers.
punkers.
One thing punkers don't do: call themselves punkers.
Punk rock people. Some of them wear steel toe boots so they can hurt people if things come down to it in mosh pits.
I never got mosh pits. No thanks.
It's quite an experience when you're in it, but
Yeah,
as an adult, it doesn't
painful.
feel as good as it did when you were
Yeah.
a kid.
We tried to do it, and
Mortal.
I had a bloody. What did I have? I think I had a bloody lip.
Okay, yeah, lip, and I had my eye split open, like at my
David had, I think, something else. We were all
nose or something like that.
we all had
Yeah.
injuries.
But it was
We
awesome.
all came out and were like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, but it was worth
It was
it.
also
But I'll
awesome.
probably never do this again.
All right, we got Sanic Women's Yoga 2 Prints Flip Flop.
Oh, flip flop.
$38 flip flops. That's some serious flip flop. That is $37 more than I spend on my flip flops.
That's
These are yoga flip flops.
yeah.
Oh, look at
Wear
those
flip
things.
flops while you're doing yoga?
I guess so. Look, these are pretty.
They look fancy.
Yeah, these
Huh.
are fancy.
I've never tried doing yoga with my flip flops. To be fair,
Do you do yoga?
no.
Oh, okay.
We got Advanced Elements boat repair kit. Wow, our listeners have boats.
That's cool. Maybe is this camping? Because it's $7.99, so that tells me it's not like a. We're not talking like a yacht, so maybe it's
You
like an
don't know that.
inflatable boat.
Oh,
I don't know.
It's an inflatable boat repair kit.
See, I think this is our camper here.
Yeah.
I like playing Amazon Detective to try to
Yeah,
figure out
yeah.
who's buying what here.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, they're like really. We got to hear about this camping trip.
I know, it sounds awesome.
Carson Optical Visor Mag Power Clip-On Magnifying Lens for hats. Ooh.
What are they looking at with hats?
Oh, it's like these like little things to put on. Oh, look at this, man. That's
Oh,
weird.
like if you accidentally shrink your kids and you got to find them in the backyard?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Or if you're like looking at like ghost things.
Oh, for ghost hunters?
Yeah.
If you're on like a reality show?
Glove It Women's Visor.
You love it.
Glove It.
That's like Danny Glover's celebrity women's visor line.
Looks like a little flippy visor.
Love it.
Glove It.
Oh,
Danny
they have some
Glover's.
really great
If,
designs.
if Danny Glover had a line, it would be called Glove It.
Yeah.
Gorilla Gold Non-Toxic Grip Enhancer.
I'm getting too old for this visor.
Oh, there you go. Rock Tape Kinesiology Tape for athletes. 2 sets of that. Man.
Oh, beige and blue argyle.
Ionic Super Grap Over Grip. Maybe this is like a rock climber.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like rock climbing stuff here.
Yeah.
And the physical therapy.
Or physical therapy
Or
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that our same camper is also like taking a boat to an island with a tall rock, and they're gonna climb it or something.
Yeah.
I think this is what's
Bottomless
happening.
bath overflow drain cover.
What is that?
It's like a thing to prevent. Oh, to cover the. What? Why would you want to do that? Oh, it goes. You know how some of those have an overflow drain? My tub doesn't have this. You can cover that up so it can go above that. If you want to
Oh,
flood your tub,
how to flood your tub? Yeah, my
it
kids
says allows up to 60% more water in your bathtub, keeps water level higher and the temperature warmer.
also allows for
basically-
75% more water on the ground.
How to flood your bathroom. Buy one of these. I would just be if I got in a tub with that much water and I'm such a big guy, like half of it would end up on the floor.
Yeah, tubs are not really built for big dudes.
Nope, unless they're a giant tub.
Yeah,
I've been in a
but I
couple
mean, like
giant
standard
tubs.
bathtubs are not.
No, it's not comfortable.
That's not a thing anymore. I remember as a kid loving the bath, but that's not an option.
Well, I had a friend who had a giant tub, and I was like, "Ooh, so this is what being in a tub's like." I forgot about this. It's nice. Okay. Oh, here comes more camping stuff.
Oh yeah.
You got Grizzly Tarps, GTRP 8 feet blue multi-purpose waterproof poly tarp cover with tent shelter camping tarpaulin. So this is a serious tarp.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good tarp there.
That's what they're going to use when they are camped out at the top of the rock that they just climbed.
They kill somebody and wrap them up in the tarp.
Or that.
Or that.
Yeah, what if we find out, what if we play Amazon Detective one of these times and find out that someone's doing something nefarious here?
What if someone's like Dexter Morgan
Or
here,
implicit
like
somebody's murder.
preparing a kill room? They got steel toe boots and grip
Bleach.
tape and oh, it's a Playmobil set. I was wondering what this biker, at campsite is. See, this is why I never got to have Playmobil as a kid, because it's so freaking expensive. A little tiny set with just a biker dude and a tent is $17.
Yeah, because I always liked them. My rich friends are the ones we went over and played.
Yeah,
Playmobil
but you know
there.
what I did have one year? I think my parents broke the bank.
Uh-huh.
I had the Playmobil spaceship.
Oh.
It was like a flying saucer type. It was like a hexagon. It was awesome. I loved it so much. My mom sold it at a garage sale for 5 cents.
Oh,
I'm like, what
5
are
cents.
you doing? This is Playmobil.
You can't even get a.
Playmobil or Playmobil?
I don't know. I always said Playmobil, but as an adult, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
it might be Playmobil because it's like an eye with a thing on
It
it.
was Playmobile.
I don't know.
Oh, so there you go. I didn't even think of that option.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, we got Funko Pop Movies, Evil Dead Ash vinyl figure. People love these fine vinyl figures. Did you see that Funko booth at Comic-Con?
Yeah.
It was crazy town
Nuts.
over there. It was crazy. All right, here we go. Grip IT analog stick covers. Oh, this is for like hardcore gamers.
Ooh.
If you want grip, this is like grip tape. It's like a grip thing to put over your analog stick. Improves grip comfort, enhancement, slip prevention. Ooh, maybe I gotta get one of these.
Hmm.
I've never tried that. That looks cool.
You have sweaty thumbs.
Yeah.
Now this next one is not a huge surprise. Because didn't everyone in the world buy a copy of this?
Well, this is the remastered version.
That's what I mean. Like, it's gone insane. The remastered version sold like 2 million copies or something like that.
Man, now they're gonna do that for every game. Well, I guess it's like this is the PS4 version, so
Yeah.
The Last of Us remastered, $49.99 PS4, and that's it.
That's a long list.
That's a lot of stuff.
2 million is probably not an accurate number, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. A lot of copies. I'm
Phil's just making things up.
not actually citing that they sold 2 million. So, already if people have like leapt to the keyboard to say no, Phil, you're wrong. I was just saying a number.
All right, let's comic events. We already talked a little bit about Comic-Con. We talked about Brian visiting and some of the stuff we did. What else happened? I don't know.
Comic-Con is great. We talked a lot about on the podcast.
You can listen to the Megacast. You can listen to our popsicles that we recorded live at Comic-Con that only was a half hour because they changed the hours of the free soda room without telling anybody.
So is there no ending to your episode?
It just ends. Well, we were like, so it kind of ends abruptly.
That's great. It was great Comic-Con though. A lot of fun. Good year. Had a lot of
super good year. Got into a ton of cool stuff. Saw cool things.
A lot of fun guests came and hung out with us. I actually bumped into.
Phil brought a different person every day. Phil bumped into like old friends.
Yeah, a friend of mine I hadn't seen since.
Everybody
like
did
1998. Like we're talking, 16 years, something like that.
On preview night, Derek ran into like 3 people that he knew. It was crazy.
Yeah. So it's good. Oh, and we bumped into RJ.
Oh yeah,
Johnson. That we.
RJ Johnson gave me a copy of his newest book.
Yeah, we each got a copy. We talked about him a long time ago and had discussed having him on the show back then, and never worked out. But now that we've kind of gone underway with our author series,
to the full-time creative work on a part-time schedule panel that I was a part of.
That's right. How could that not be a highlight there? You got to be on a panel.
No. Wait, that is right. That's the right name. So, yeah, I was on a
full-time.
panel. Some people on Facebook seem to think that was the first panel I was ever on, even though we do this a lot.
This was your third one
Yes.
at Comic-Con proper.
Yes.
So
But hey, that's cool. I thank you for the support. Appreciate it.
yeah, it was fun. Got
Phil
a
was there. Jeff was there.
good seat there to watch you. It was a good crowd in there too. So
They said there was over 200 people.
yeah, it was.
That was the
It was a
final
big
count.
room.
It was a big room. It's really big. It's crazy.
Big panel too. What did you have? Like 10 people up there, I think.
Too many people.
there was a lot. It was
But
good.
it's fun. It's good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
You hear multiple inputs. There was a professor of mythology.
Yeah.
It's cool.
She was cool.
Researching gnomes.
Yeah. Turns out they're not real.
What are you talking about? David
What?
the Gnome.
I love David the Gnome.
You know
Although
how that show ended?
no.
Turned to stone. Because that's what happens to gnomes when they get old.
Oh,
And that was the end.
that's kind
Here you
of
go, kid. The gnomes died.
Everyone died.
Well, that's like Alf ended. He got captured. The end. Yeah.
I guess it's weird because before like
You know how dinosaurs ended?
didn't like the apocalypse. I mean the
Yeah.
asteroid came or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never actually saw it, but I mean, I've read that.
And the dad caused it.
Really?
Yeah, that turned out it was like they did something where it was the dad's fault.
Okay, it's weird because before a certain point, I mean, I want to say somewhere in the late 90s, you never watched all of a show. I don't remember what half of the shows how they ended from when I was a kid or even in high school because we didn't have a way to go back and catch up on stuff. So I don't know. It's a weird time in history that you could actually know the whole like. I don't know. How did you know that David the Gnome ended that way? You didn't see that live, did you?
I think I remember it, but then I read an article about the craziest series finales, and I went back and watched it again because I'm like,
Whoa.
I feel like I remember that, but that is crazy.
Wasn't it Tom Bosley? Wasn't he David the Gnome?
What?
Tom Bosley, wasn't he the voice of David the Gnome?
That sounds possible.
No, I think you're right.
I think it was Tom Bosley. Happy Days.
Wasn't he also in the Glad commercials?
Yeah.
I remember those.
Anyway,
so we already talked about the Orchard. What else you got?
talk about the Orchard.
Disneyland milestones.
This is a few weeks ago, and if you're friends with me on Facebook, you already saw this, but
Got
Luke...
a ton of likes off of this.
Yeah, this is good for my clout score. But Luke finally hit that 40-inch mark.
This is a huge milestone at Disneyland.
Huge milestone at Disneyland. So he got to do Star Tours for the first time, which was fantastic.
He said he absolutely loved it.
He loved it. It's like he was already into it, and when you make the first jump to light speed, like you could just see. I was watching him. You could see his face light up, like he felt like he was really in space. You know, like.
Yeah.
And I remember that as a kid.
Yeah, I remember that
version.
As a kid. I'm like, this is it. We're going to Endor.
We're in space. It's happening. And he
Star
was,
Wars
he
is
was
real.
totally into it, and like cheered at all the right spots. And my post said, "I've been waiting for this moment since the day we named him Luke," and it's partially true.
So, do they still have seatbelts for that ride?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. When I was probably about your son's age,
Mm-hmm.
I went there and my seatbelt was not working. Yeah, I was PO'd.
So wait, did you not get to go on it?
Oh, I went on it without a seatbelt.
No, okay.
Yeah, it was in the front row.
They check for that now.
Yeah.
They don't let that happen anymore.
Oh, man.
But and then he also got to do Big Thunder Mountain for the first time, which was awesome, and Soaring Over California. And we're actually going back tomorrow and hopefully going to get some fast passes for Space Mountain. Yeah.
He really liked. It was funny. We'll go back to. Okay. I want to tell a story about Luke and Audrey
Okay.
But what's your my eBay steal and find?
Oh well, okay. Two things. One, I made a bid on this. Like this guy had it's this old magazine from the '90s. It has a Joy Electric. Was on the front cover of it, and they also came with a CD, and it has an exclusive track that Joy Electric is the only place that ever was on that one CD. I already had the CD, but I never read the magazine, and I had it like someone posted it, and their starting bid was $0.01 and free shipping. So I was like, oh, I'll bid $1 and just to kind of get it going, and who knows, see what happens. And then I kind of forgot about it, and I came back after it went through, and I won the auction for 18 cents, including free shipping. So I literally
lost money on that.
No, not only that, the dude was in Canada, so he had to pay for Canadian for international shipping. So I actually wrote the guy before, like right after I paid, and I was like, hey, if you want to just cancel it, I understand, like I feel bad because, it's like 18 cents. But then it turned out, like, I looked closer, and it's a dude that's, like, selling tons of stuff, and he didn't ever even respond to my email and just sent it out, so. Oh, well, I got a magazine and a CD for 18 cents.
So that guy's just losing money.
Because it cost him, I can't remember
dear
exactly.
guy. Well, yeah, because you have to pay, like, shipping.
Yeah, it was like $4 or something.
It's ridiculous.
For shipping.
And you have to fill out a
envelope.
customs form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was that. And then my find was when we were camping on vacation, I found a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah. You told
found
me.
them up at like 10,500 feet in the White Mountains. It was awesome.
So you knew these were like nobody was coming back for these.
Yeah, I mean they were, and not only that, they weren't by the trail. They were kind of off in the dirt behind like a bush.
Or were you like pooping?
No, we were. It was by these old ruins of this old mining camp.
Oh, that's
So we were
cool.
wandering around looking at all the stuff, and someone had been doing the same thing and dropped them somewhere. So I picked them up, wound up cleaning them up, and it turned out they were Oakleys, and
Mhm.
new they sell for like $200. And so I cleaned them up. I took lots of pictures, described them very carefully, and wound up auctioning them on eBay, and I got $75 for them.
So that's just like you found $75 on the ground.
$75. Yep. And the guy already got them and has written me a positive thing saying he was really excited about it. So it wasn't like I was being
Dude.
sketchy or anything.
Dude.
Yeah. So there you go. Bought something for 18 cents and sold something I found for $75. That's my eBay.
Nice.
That's how I roll.
We all went to SeaWorld on the Monday after Comic-Con.
Yeah, it was super cool.
I hadn't been to SeaWorld since high school, so I think you had fun showing me around SeaWorld.
Because I didn't even realize
You
that.
and your kids go like all the time.
Yeah, we've gone quite a bit, and we
So
don't live in
having
San
like a
Diego.
newbie, I hadn't been since like high school, so it's like totally different.
Yeah, well, and there's a lot of new stuff that just opened, so
Yeah. Well,
for us.
so the coolest thing by far, I still think this is cool, is they have these tanks, and they have, what are they called? They're just cleaner fish.
Cleaner fish, yeah. I think that's
And
what
you
they call them.
they eat dead skin. So when you stick your hands in and they latch on,
Mm.
Brian's freaking out. You're like Luke.
Yeah, Luke would not do it. He would not
Audrey
even
and I
go
were
for it.
like sticking both of our hands in.
They were like
getting
going all the way
up
up
on
your
our
arms.
Yeah. Well, you were telling me that in Thailand, they have like when you get like your pedicure.
Yeah.
You stick your feet in like, and they eat the dead.
Yeah, Janelle was like reading about that.
Ugh, that would be
And, like,
weird.
In the wild, they're the ones you see like cleaning the bigger fish,
Yeah.
the whole symbiotic relationship thing. So
I liked it. It was soothing.
yeah, because you like at first you weren't so sure, and then you're like, you don't want to pull your arms out because it's like a massage kind of.
Yeah. I
It
liked
just
it.
kind of tickles a little bit.
I wanted to see what would happen if I put my face in.
Stick to your eyeballs.
Then I would freak
Brendan, get out of the pool.
out. What if I put my face? They're still like flapping around on my face.
Yeah, that was
I
really
think I would
cool.
get kicked out of the park if I stick my face in. There's no sign that says don't stick
Don't
face
stick your
in.
face in. They just
What if I-
assume
What
you're
if
not going to
somebody
do
just
that.
took off their shoe and put their foot in? Sir,
You know the
sir,
people that work there do it.
stop. I bet you somebody that's worked there has stuck their face in.
I'm sure they have. Just to see what would happen.
What if they sucked out your eyeball?
Ugh. What if they got in your mouth?
And sucked-
Eating the
Tongue.
inside of your cheeks. So stupid. So yeah, that was SeaWorld.
But I want to tell a funny story. Well, it's a cute story.
Yeah,
First,
okay.
okay, so you have free parking on like your guys' passes, so that I could. So you were like, well, we'll just have Audrey go in your car so you can use her pass.
Right.
But then Luke got very upset because he
Yes.
also wanted to ride with Uncle Brendo.
And he had a meltdown in the parking lot going, I want to ride with Uncle Brando.
I thought that was cute and adorable. So we had to transfer both of the kids' seats into my car. And then it was like the kids were so. I've never had anybody more excited to ride in my hot car with crappy
Yeah, 'cause
air
your air
conditioning.
conditioning isn't working.
And they were just we might have as well been on Space Mountain.
Right.
We had a blast. They were so excited, and they were just telling me every fact in the world about SeaWorld. They're like, did you know, Uncle Brendo, did you know this? And they were like both, oh, dude, it was like, we could have just driven. They would have talked and enjoyed themselves forever. We didn't even need to go to SeaWorld.
Yeah, that was it.
It could have been like the Uncle Brendo ride. Well,
They
it
were
was
so
it was just a
excited.
really good time hanging without you guys. I don't know. It was like kid time.
Yeah.
Kid talk.
They like Uncle Brendo. What can I say?
Yeah.
You're
That was
you're
fun.
like a kid whisperer.
It was fun. It was cool. But then I remember we joked around. I'm like, is this some kind of trick? You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
so
sure.
now
You're
they're
like,
like,
you're like,
"Oh,
okay,
we'll
Luke,
see
you're
it."
gonna throw a tantrum.
Right.
And so you go in Uncle Brendo's car too, and then we're gonna just disappear for
Yeah, we're
2
gonna go to
hours.
a movie for a little bit. So
So I'm like, is this a trap? If you want me to watch your kids, just tell me.
no, you couldn't bribe a kid. This This is a very brief story, and my brother won't mind me telling this, but when David and I were really little, we were camping with my parents, and then my grandparents came along, and when we were leaving, it was this kind of situation, and my mom and dad said, oh, it would be funny if, like, you guys, like, argued over who got to go with them or something like that, because, you know, it would make them feel really good. And so we, like, started, like, pretending to, and then my grandma was confused because we weren't good actors. She's like, what's going on? And I think it was me who was like, Mom and Dad told us to do it, and we, like, totally threw him under the bus. Grandparents got all mad because we were like, Mom and Dad were faking us wanting to go with them and stuff. So trust me, I would never pull that kind of thing again because I lived in the humiliation of that for years. You can't bribe kids to fake it. It's real.
So what's this last thing?
Oh, the movie marathon. We could talk about it in the movies, but
Okay.
Janelle and I did the undoable. Even when we didn't have kids, we've never done this. But within a 24-hour period, we saw 6 movies in a movie theater.
That's a lot of movies.
That's a lot of movies. We never had pulled that. The most we'd ever done before was 3.
So you doubled that.
That's right.
Did you buy tickets for each movie, or?
Well, here's
Of course they did, because
yes,
Phil
of course.
is terrified and can't handle theater hopping.
No, never. So
Brian is shopping for car insurance right now.
No.
I'm sorry that you're so bored.
Shut up.
I'm giving you a hard time.
No, okay, so we did 2 at a drive-in, so it's like a double feature at night, and then the next day we got up and we plotted out so that we could get 4 in a row at the Dollar Theater.
Okay.
So we did pay tickets for each one, but the grand total for the whole day for both of us was less than $20. In fact,
That's a deal.
what was it like? Well, because matinees were slightly cheaper and stuff. I don't remember the exact total, but less than $20, less than you'd spend for a couple to go to a regular theater for one movie. So it was insane. We could have done 5. Like, there was one more showing at the very end of the night. We could have done like an 11 o'clock show, but we were beat at that point. We couldn't do it. So we still have something to strive for the future.
Cool. You gonna do it?
I don't know. It doesn't
I
happen.
did a 24-hour. I went to Button-Umathon. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was like 12, 13 movies.
I mean, as soon as the kids are gone, that's what we do. You know, my parents pick them up. That's where we go. They're like, "What are you guys gonna do?" We're like, "Going to the movies." It's the only thing we can't really do with our kids. Not the movies we want to see anyway. So we'll talk about the details of which ones later.
On that, what you just said.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Couldn't you just have like sexy times?
Oh, yeah, but you can do that with the kids, like when they're asleep in the other room and you lock the door.
You can do that with the kids.
In the house. I mean, we have a big house. They're asleep, you lock the doors, they don't know what's going on. That can happen.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, going to a movie theater to watch, you know, a real movie, not a kid movie.
Yeah.
There's no getting around that. We're not going to bring them in. Although, there's plenty of horrible parents who do.
Yeah.
One of the movies I saw was Neighbors, which was funny and all that, but there was, like, a bunch of families that brought, like, small kids in there who were, like, talking and then crying through it and stuff.
Ugh.
Like, what's wrong with you? What, like, on so many levels. A, how could you do that to your kid? And B, why are you doing that to me?
Yeah.
As a fellow movie.
Well, that's basically people saying, like, I can't or won't get a babysitter, so I am going to inconvenience everybody in this theater because I am a huge,
everybody else. Yeah.
I am a huge asshole. That's basically what
that's
they're
it.
saying.
There's no other way around it. There's no excuse for that. So anyway.
And they should all be fined and punished.
Yeah, there should be a rule against that.
If I had a movie theater, I would just be like, nope, what are you doing with that kid?
Yeah.
Get that kid out of here.
Going to the Muppet movie? Nope. Okay, get out. That's it.
All right. Book Corner. Book time.
What you got?
Is that a new thing? Book Corner.
No. I don't know. Could be, but it's too similar to new movies.
Yeah, you can't do that for everything.
Book Corner.
Finished.
Mail.
Stop it. All right, so I finished, speaking of book club books,
Yes.
finished This Can't Be Happening at McDonald Hall and Go Jump in the Pool.
Yes, the new series, the Gordon Corman, Bruno and Boot series.
It's really good. Really great. I love it.
You believe he wrote those when he was in high school?
Yeah, dude. The guy wrote like when he's high school. He wrote the first one when he was 14.
14.
Just nuts.
So you can see why he like inspired me to want to write when I was a kid, because I'm like, he
Yeah.
can do that. Like I could write something.
Yeah. So those are cool. And I'm currently reading the third one, Beware the Fish.
Me too.
All right, I caught up to you. Good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good so far.
Really
It's
good.
entertaining. All right. So then I also, while I was with you, we talked about this. We went to a comic book store,
Yes.
and I picked up, along with my Rocket Raccoon #1, picked up the new Battle Royal book. It's Battle Royal Angel's Border. It tells the backstory for some of the characters that wasn't told in the initial book or manga or movie, and it was really good and really depressing. It's like, you know, these characters, here's some even more depressing backstory about all these characters that are dead.
And then now we're gonna kill him.
But it was really good, and really the artwork was great, and the story was really good, and I really liked it. Really well written. Thank you. I actually went up to the Viz Media booth, and I was like, is anybody here at the Viz Media? Because it was all like Powerpuff Girls and stuff, so I'm like,
Right.
But I'm like, is somebody here that was responsible for translating the Battle Royal Angel's Border? They were like, as a matter of fact, yes, this guy worked on that project. And I was like, thank you, because I didn't think that was going to get released here, and I was freaked out that there was a Battle Royal book that I couldn't read unless I wanted to learn Japanese. And he was genuinely touched. So sometimes it's cool to go up to people at Comic-Con and be like, hey, thank you for making this.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And he gave me a free sticker.
There you go.
Not a sticker. It was just a post, because you're not allowed to give out stickers.
Yeah.
It was like
Get
just
him in
a
trouble.
handout thing. Not a sticker.
Not a sticker.
And then I finished 2 Dresden books, because they're really freaking good, and the characters, it's getting really interesting, and I love the Harry Dresden character, because he's all snarky and cool and funny. He likes puns.
I like puns.
So I
getting
finished
some good ones on Facebook, by the way. Thank you to everyone who sends them to me.
Finished Summer Night and Death Masks, and now I'm on the next one. Oh, I didn't put it on here, but I'm on it. Whatever it is, I forgot. I can't get it off the top of my head. And I am currently reading a book by Tom Wolfe that recommended by Sarah Ferguson. Actually, I bought it with her at the $1 Long Beach bookstore, which is awesome. So I Am Charlotte Simmons. It's about this girl from a small town that goes to college. It's like Tom Wolfe's big, because he wrote the Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test and some of those other books. And so it's like his big thing about American college life.
I liked Bonfire of the Vanities, actually. Is
yeah,
excellent,
he did that.
And a really poor adaptation.
Yeah, there's a whole book about the making of that movie.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, because parts of it, I'm like, some of it feels like if my grandpa or some like uncle did research and like, this is what those college kids. But then some of it's interesting and funny and cool. But there are times where I'm like, I never met anybody like this in college. Yes, I went to like a Christian university, but I've been around enough colleges and enough things to know like this does not exist.
Yeah. Well, let's be real. Even at a Christian university, plenty of stuff goes on. Like,
plenty of stuff goes on. But yeah, it's still pretty. It's good. I mean, so far I like it. I've read quite a bit of it. And then I already mentioned Beware the Fish. And then you, for my birthday, got me some books, including Ignatius McFarlane 2, Frequency Freakout, which I'm reading, and it's also really good so far.
That's the Paul Feig one, right?
Paul Feig, yes, amazing.
Yes. Very cool.
Ryan, are you reading any books currently?
I'm trudging through a Lee Child book. Listening to...
That's Jack Reacher?
Jack Reacher. Yeah, it's my first Jack Reacher book.
Huh.
For my dad's recommendation. And it's fun. It's, it's pulpy. It's cool, though.
What else?
Listening to an audio book. What is the name of it? Like how... Hold on.
How to Eat Fried Worms?
No.
How to Train
It'd be
Your
a very
Dragon?
short audiobook.
No. Hold on. It's How to Be a Badass.
What is
No,
that?
it's called You Are a Badass. How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness. It's really funny.
Is it like a
actually.
self-help book?
It is, but it's from a female author,
Oh, that's cool.
and hearing her is actually really funny. She's really pretty
Nice.
pretty brilliant, really funny, ironic, sarcastic, very irreverent. So, not very. I don't know. It's good. I'm quite surprised. It's way better than what I thought it was going to be.
There you go.
All right.
Phil?
All right, so I also finished the first two Bruno and Boots books. They're great. If you would like to join our book club or find out what we're reading, you can go to our link at radiobrendo.com and click the book club link. It's a great series. Like I said, this is largely what inspired me as a kid. That and Ray Bradbury and a few others that made me want to be a writer very young. So, also, I just read another book by Gordon Corman, like a much newer one, came out a few years ago called Born to Rock.
Yeah.
I mentioned that I was reading it before. It's interesting because most of his are targeted at a younger age. This is definitely like a college-aged type thing, maybe like late high school. I don't know what you call it, but a little more like edgy.
Like a young adult book.
Yeah, like young adult. Like it's got some
Not
mild language.
What was she calling him? The middle grade?
Middle
That's like
grade,
the
yeah.
young
Lisa
kid?
knows like all this.
That's the terms.
Yeah, I think middle grade and then YA.
Yeah.
So this probably like be in the YA category.
Okay.
Really, really good. And the one thing I would mention is that a while ago I told you about a book I read of his called No Coins, Please. And that one was written like back in the 80s. And in this one is a really specific callback to something that happened in that book, which is totally cool. And had you not read that book, you'd have no idea what it was referring to. But they go to
like, yeah.
So I was like, dude, I'm so cool because I've read this one. That one is one of the ones that it took me years to track down because it was like, it's way out of print.
A lot of his books are out of print. Like the first 4 MacDonald Hall books are out of print.
Yeah.
The next ones they actually re-released and retitled.
Right. So you have to make sure to keep them straight there.
Yeah.
So I did not realize I was making such a challenging request.
My library has all the newer ones, and so it'll be easier for me to get those.
But you have, they're not like mega expensive to track down.
No, the most expensive one I bought was $4.
Yeah, so that's not super bad, but anyway, it's super love Gordon Corman.
They have like those cool old school covers, and they smell amazing. Old books smell so good.
I agree.
It's like that unique smell. Unless they were in somebody's like danky basement, they smell like
Right.
If they've been in a library for like 20 years, 30 years. Oh,
library smell.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, if things keep going well with our author interviews, we get some more going. I really want to ask Gordon Corman. I think it could happen. And apparently, people
like a very busy person.
Mark and others have mentioned that they've been enjoying that. So who knows? I know he is. It's a long shot, but it could happen.
Like he tours a lot.
But he does. He said he does Skype things. Like he'll do like Skype appearances. So it's possible. I'm just saying.
Possible.
We'll see. We'll do a few more first and get that thing rolling.
All right. So what else you got here?
And then I showed this book to you. It's actually I put it on here because it's dumb. But
this book is also horrible and should never be read by children.
Yeah, it's called my first book about the internet. I found it in the old used bookstore, and it's from 1994, I think, something like that. Or 96.
But you have to tell them what is one of the suggestions it tells kids.
Well, here it's very short, so I'm just going to read you the page about chat rooms. This is horrible. Targeted. It's a picture book. We're talking. It's targeted at like 10-year-old, maybe 8. It says chat rooms. You can find new friends on the internet. A chat room is a place to meet people, but a chat room isn't a real room. It's a connection between people who have computers. There are chat rooms just for kids. In a chat room, your computer is connected or hooked up to the computers of other kids in the same room. You can use your keyboard to talk instead of using your voice. You type words on your keyboard to talk to the other kids in the chat room, or the creepers who set up a chat room.
That is terrible. Don't tell kids to go in chat rooms.
Yeah.
Hey kids, just go in chat rooms, talk to all the nice people in there.
Also, I was going to ask, okay,
if they ask you to meet up with them, Just go with it.
Yeah, that's a great way to place it. You can meet him in the
Maybe
real
this
world.
book was written by a bird.
Like, seems like it.
Hey, kids, go in chat rooms.
What is a website? I mean, it's so great. It's just such the World Wide Web. What is it? Surfing on the net. But the picture on the front cover, okay, every mouse I've ever owned, the wire comes out the top by the buttons. Have you ever had one that comes out the bottom?
Nope, I don't
That's
think
what I
that
thought.
exists.
The picture on the front shows the wire coming out the bottom, and the buttons are in the top.
That's not a thing.
I thought so. Okay. My first book about the internet. If you guys can find it at a used bookstore near you. It's really good.
I don't know, though. Maybe. I should ask. But I've never seen that. That's weird.
Yeah,
I feel like that would get in the way of your hand.
that's what I thought.
Because your hand goes here. Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Because your hand, it would be in the way of your hand. That would not be comfortable.
Well, the drawing of the girl's hand, to be fair, is not really anatomically correct. She has 3 fingers and they're bent all weird. So I guess it's
What
not
kind
really.
of book is this?
I don't know.
Maybe it was written by some weirdo perv trying to get
so.
kids to go on. Hey, kids,
Come on, kids.
go in chat rooms
to the
unsupervised.
internet.
Don't tell your parents what you're doing.
So
Currently
I'm also
reading-
reading Beware the Fish and a book called Illusion, which is really good. Also wanted to mention. Wait, I forgot. Book club. Oh, our author interview. It's been up for a little while, but Lisa Graff wrote and told us she really enjoyed it. So
That book, The Umbrella Summer, I think it's still on sale in the Kindle store, only $1.99. It's on sale,
Ooh,
limited time. That's the one that takes place in a
Big Bear.
fictionalized
Big
version
Bear.
of Big Bear.
Yeah, I definitely am picking that
And
up.
it's
Then.
sad from what I've gathered. So get ready.
But in case you guys didn't get to listen to it, first we want to say thanks to Lisa for
Yeah,
doing
thanks,
that.
Lisa. It was awesome.
You should check it out. We've gotten good response from people. So if you were like shying away because you haven't read the book, it's a pretty good like interview, even if you haven't read it, I would say.
It's entertaining.
So she's got a lot of cool insights into like publishing and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's books.
It's books.
Books.
Stop that.
Sorry, I can't help it.
What's in the lonely place?
Oh, music. Okay, so got some exciting news. Popvox Music is going to be releasing a couple of new releases here in the near future. A band called In a Lonely Place. I've actually known them for a long time. It's Daryl, who's in the band Upside Down Room, the bass player.
Okay.
Has like an electronic side project that he's done. Actually, and I didn't realize this until fairly recently. He's done it since like the 70s.
Oh, wow.
Way older than I didn't realize how old he was. I mean, no offense, Daryl. I don't think you'd mind, but
It's really old.
no. I'm just saying, like he's really young. Like I thought he was just a few years older than me, and apparently he's a little more than that. But he's been doing this for a long time. He actually released one album with Velvet Blue Music, another indie label, and I first was introduced when they first put out his stuff. Every compilation that Velvet Blue ever released, the last song on it is an In the Lonely Place song. So I thought that was cool because it's like a long, brooding, instrumental type thing, electronic. So anyway, he came to us, and we're going to be doing a couple releases with him,
Nice.
and should be really cool stuff. So we'll keep you posted on that. But it's exciting. Some new Popvox releases. It's been a little bit of a lull lately in that realm, and so I'm excited to get back on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
New, and you can find all the Popvox releases at the popvoxmusic.com.
That's right.
You got a little sale going on?
Yeah. Well, I got some new stuff that we're going to be listing this week.
Okay.
And
New items?
Some new items that we're going to add to the stuff. Some
I was
Starflyer
gonna ask
59
you, does the
stuff.
store still work?
Store's working great.
Okay, I want to make sure. 'cause
Awesome.
I don't know if something broke.
Yeah. No,
I
it
haven't
works good.
really looked at it in a while.
No, I've actually got one order in the last like couple of weeks. So it's
Awesome.
just to make sure things are still rolling along there. It's good.
Cool.
All right.
Good. That was your Popvox moment.
That's Popvox. Popvox moment. PVM.
New movies!
New movies! See, now it's appropriate.
Okay, so I'm going to do mine, and then you're going to do like a lightning round.
Lightning round.
Because that's a lot of new movies.
I've seen a lot of movies lately.
Oh, you saw... Oh,
Whoa!
I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
You saw a movie that I want to see really, really bad.
Yes, I did.
But isn't really playing anywhere around here.
I know. Planes, Fire, and Rescue. I know you've been talking about
can't
that.
believe it. Can't believe it. The
You
much
liked the first one so much.
Limited release.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, and on Thursday, because they do Thursday screenings at
Yeah.
like 7 now, not midnight.
For the older folks that don't want to stay up that late.
So that was great. I was
Yeah.
in bed at my normal bedtime, and I got to see it, and it was great.
Amazing. I watched it too.
And so that movie, I wasn't even talking about the movie. I
Oh,
was
you just like the time.
Great.
You just like getting to bed on time.
Yes. The
Brendan's review of
movie
bedtime.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Everything I knew it was going to be and more. And I apologize to Batista on Twitter for booing him in New Orleans. Even though he was a crappy wrestler at the time, I still feel bad because maybe he was just really focused on Drax.
Yeah.
And Drax, he's incredible.
Yeah. I said it
Everybody's
before,
incredible.
Like,
It's so good.
yeah, it's just and with him in
Chris Pratt
particular,
is everything that we've been saying he
No.
is, and now it's all coming. The world can see now.
yeah, anyone who doubted that he could
For
be a
the
leading
last
man,
several years, we have known this.
yeah, so great. One of the
Jimmy
funniest
Carrey has
comedies.
kind of had big roles lately, like Moneyball and Zero Dark 30 and all kinds of stuff. And
Yeah, but this is
definitely the biggest thing he's
Yeah.
done.
and super funny, like one of the funniest movies, like comedy wise, that I've seen in
Yeah.
a long time.
I'm actually now pumped for Jurassic World, believe it
Just
or not,
because he's in it.
because he's the guy, man. He's the man.
Yeah, with that and the Lego Movie, this is the year of Pratt.
Seriously,
Mhm.
awesome.
I hope that he doesn't, take a turn for the worse in the next year.
That's not possible.
Well, if he does, the headline will be Pratt Falls, and I would hate to see that.
Shut up. I love that in the course of one panel, because Derek he defended you. He's like, I like Phil's jokes. And then after like 10 or 11 of them, Derek was like, I think I understand what you're saying. Like at first, Derek started off on pro Phil jokes, and by the
Yeah.
end of sitting next to Phil for one panel was like, nope.
That's the thing. Like a good bad joke will make people feel that way, and I love it. I love it. There's nothing better than
I
having
watched
air sucked
Phil
out of
wear down Derek in the course of an hour.
because I know that I did that to the room. Everyone stopped and groaned at how bad what I just said was. That's amazing. For me, anyway. I don't know how it is for the rest of the crowd, but
Guardians of the Galaxy was amazing.
Mhm.
I want a dancing Baby Groot. Everybody does.
everybody does.
Baby Groot was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Everything about that movie was fantastic. Lots of cool little nods and little Easter eggs and
Yep.
cool stuff.
Great.
Lots of cool stuff.
I loved all the the soundtrack was amazing,
Oh.
and all his little references to '80s stuff was great.
hmm
All the bad guys, turtles
Okay.
and stuff.
Jensen Karp pointed out something.
Okay.
As great as that Jackson 5 song was to end the movie, how much better would it have been if it had been Footloose?
Yeah, yeah.
Just as like a callback on that joke.
The whole Kevin Bacon thing. That's true, but maybe they couldn't license it.
Probably not, but I still think it would have been if that had been that would have just been even more. Mwah.
I don't know. That's not enough to diminish my enjoyment of it even the slightest, though. Like, it was
All right, and then Brian and I on Thursday night went to downtown San Diego because I hadn't been there in a long time, so we went down to Horton Plaza, the Horton
Yeah, the HP.
HP.
We saw Dawn of the Planet of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Nah, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. It was good. Solid.
It was really, 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 really good. And Brian later found out that they filmed some of it at the abandoned Six Flags.
Really?
Yes.
I bet Franco was mad he left the series after that.
Ugh.
He didn't get to go to there.
But it was really good. It was like intense. It was.
Totally open for part 3.
Oh yeah, it's gonna lead into it's gonna be War of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, really?
It was really good. Gary Oldman was good. Everybody was good. Good movie.
Good movie.
Good movie. Highly recommend. Andy Serkis should win an Oscar.
Yeah.
He made you care about his Caesar, just his emotions, just through his facial, his face, and it's incredible the way he brought that character to life. It's amazing.
I just hope he doesn't get typecast as apes all the time, so that he's gonna have to do
And the special effects are just Weta, from starting with Gollum, and all the way up through this. They have really they've got this down. The special effects, the apes, where it was incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's only gonna get better.
Yeah.
Very
All right.
realistic.
Lightning round, Phil.
All right, here we go.
Go.
Not only did we do that one marathon, but my parents have babysat the kids a couple times, so we've seen a lot. Here we go. We saw Tammy.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy. It was really funny, a little touching. Definitely a little different than they marketed it, but we enjoyed it quite a bit.
Okay.
It's hard to go wrong with McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
Then we saw 22 Jump Street,
Mm-hmm.
which was really funny, and definitely a lot of great meta references and whatever. Very funny. Did you see that one? 22 Jump
I
Street?
haven't yet. No.
Okay. If you like the first one, you'll like this one, and it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
The Other Woman was the Cameron Diaz one, where they're three women, and they all find out that the same guy has been cheating on them, and so they gang together to take him down, And it was, definitely a light comedy, sort of romancy, but mostly just, caper. I don't know. It was funny. We definitely enjoyed it. Definitely worth the $1 watch.
All right.
Not gonna break any box office records, but it was good. Saw Blended, which was Adam Sandler reuniting with Drew Barrymore, and I gotta say, this was definitely my favorite Adam Sandler movie since, I don't know, the last time he did one that I liked. It's been a little bit of a dry spell as far as he's concerned. I thought it was really good. It wasn't the best movie he's ever done, but it was my second favorite of his movies that he did with Drew Barrymore. So that's saying something.
Okay,
It was funny.
So you liked it less than Wedding Singer, more than 50 First Dates.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Wedding Singer is one of the best movies, so that doesn't, then we saw The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I heard you just watched also.
We watched that. We just watched it. That's in my DVD on demand corner.
Oh, okay, because we saw it in the theater. But I thought it was really good. I think very, very underrated. I don't think people were fair. Not the best movie of all time.
I was pleasantly surprised, especially by Electro.
Yeah, Electro was much.
I thought Electro was gonna be cheesy and stupid.
It looked kind of dumb in the trailer.
The idea of it, when I found out that it was the whole Electric Eels thing, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But it worked. It was fine. It was good.
Yeah. And I
Jamie Foxx did a really good job. I gotta give it to him.
He did.
And Andrew Garfield has really come into that character.
He was the most Spider-Man-y portrayal of Spider-Man in one of the movies yet.
Yeah. I think I
got
agree
the
with
tone
that.
really well.
And the ending was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally stoked about the ending.
Yes. And the subsequent spin-off stuff. It's going to be really cool.
Mm-hmm. I think it's crazy that they announced that Amazing Spider-Man 3 isn't happening until 2018 or something.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Time. Yeah.
Why even tell us?
Just to start getting you
Just
excited.
say maybe it's when it happened. Just be to be announced.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just shut up.
So then we saw Neighbors.
Yeah.
Which was funny. Seth Rogen, it's definitely not a family flick. What's that?
Yeah. Zac Efron?
Oh, yeah, Zac Efron and the other Franco.
The cast. Oh, yeah, the Franco.
Can't think of his name. James Franco's little brother.
James Franco Jr.
JFJ.
JFJ.
But it was funny. I mean, definitely not, don't take your kids to see it like the idiots in the movie theater near us. But
wait, I shouldn't take my kids to see an R-rated comedy?
Definitely don't. But it was funny, and not a lot more to say about that. Then we went and saw 2 IMAX theater movies. I'm counting these because they track them on
they're
box
movies.
Office Mojo,
Yeah, they're a real movie.
We went to
they're in the IMDb. When I go to movie listing, I always get those.
Kevin Bacon narrated one, and Morgan Freeman narrated the other. So it's a movie.
So what'd you see?
So we saw Madagascar Island of Lemurs.
I like lemurs.
About lemurs. It was cool. It was in 3D.
Did you learn anything fascinating about lemurs?
Yeah, I mean, just a lot about like the different species. I didn't realize how many different ones there
There's
were.
a lot. There's ringtail lemurs. There's lemurs.
Like bamboo ones. I don't know. They showed something like 10 or 11 different ones just in this movie alone.
They're very cute.
So yeah, and they showed like baby ones like up close in 3D, and the kids were going, oh, so it's cute. Then we saw Forces of Nature, which was narrated, and that was the Kevin.
You mean
Bacon
that
one.
Sandra Bullock movie?
Yes, it's awesome. Her and
I just know about that because that poster was always up in Chain Reaction because they filmed the scene in there, and I was always like, why is there a Forces of Nature poster with Sandra Bullock on it in a punk rock club?
Yep.
It's because they filmed a scene of the movie in there, and that was
So that's why you'll notice I specified IMAX, not the Bullock one. It was about volcanoes and earthquakes and tornadoes. The funny part is, so we took the kids to the first one, it was like cute lemurs and stuff, and this one has like earthquakes and tornadoes and volcanoes. You would have thought we brought them to a horror movie. Audrey was like hiding her eyes behind the popcorn bag when like a volcano would erupt. She's like, ah! She was okay. She held it together. She didn't like cry, but she would not watch like an earthquake shaking or a volcano erupting. It was very traumatizing. So,
good job, Phil.
She's not quite ready for Goonies.
Not gonna be showing her Dante's Peak anytime soon.
No, definitely not doing that.
Not Volcano.
No Volcano. No Armageddon either, or anything like that. So then we did a double feature with the kids at the drive-in, and we saw Planes, Fire and Rescue.
That's your 5-star pick, right?
That was interesting. I never saw the first one, to be fair, and I probably
maybe that's why you didn't know. You missed out. You need
it's-
that continuity there.
Dane Cook has really that he was the star there, so if that tells you anything. It was pretty bad, but
Did
whatever.
any of the cars make a cameo?
No.
Really?
There are cars in it, but none of the cars.
The cars? That's weird.
The cars. At least not that I recognize.
Not a lot of synergy there.
I'm not really a big fan of that whole like Cars universe either. So whatever. But it was fine. The kids didn't mind it. They weren't super excited. But the reason we went is we really wanted to see Earth to Echo, and it was a double feature with that. And Earth to Echo was really cool.
It's like the new Goonies.
Yeah, it was like Goonies plus a little E.T. plus, I don't know, little bit of Super 8 thrown in there, like from the newer stuff.
Monster Squad.
All that stuff. It was really cool, like super low budget, but really well done, and we enjoyed it. So if you get a chance to see it, it was really fun.
Awesome.
Definitely, it was worth sitting through Planes, Fire, and Rescue to see Earth to Echo. So, Guardians of the Galaxy, I already said that. That was amazing. Probably one of my favorite movies of the year.
And then you saw. I want to see
then
this.
we went and saw Boyhood, which I just ran.
Is it as amazing as everybody says?
It was incredible. It really, really was. If you don't know, like the basic idea behind it, it's Richard Linklater.
Richard Linklater is a genius who also got extremely lucky because Brian and I were just talking about how much of a gamble that is.
He shot this movie
What if
over
the
12
kid got
years.
arrested? What if the kid died? Like,
Or what if he turned out to be a horrible actor as he got
older? What
older?
if he got really ugly? What if he Haley Joel Osment did?
Well,
no offense, Haley Joel Osment, but Haley Joel Osment has a huge head.
Yes.
He's got a huge head.
Yes. He's not as cute as an adult. That's all.
Eyes.
And beady eyes, he does. Yeah.
But he shot it over 12 years, so not only do you see the main kid grow, but his whole family grows alongside him in ages and.
Which is Patricia? Is it Patricia Arquette?
No, it's
one of the Arquettes. Rosanna Arquette.
Rosanna Arquette. Wait.
I knew. Is that right?
Well, now that you say that, now I can't.
Oh my gosh.
One of the Arquettes. But there's
it's not Alexis, and it's not David. So
no, it's one of the female ones. I think it's Rosanna, but now that you say that, I can't keep them straight now. So maybe it is Patricia.
Patricia. I know what I'm talking about.
All right, see, there you go. It's one of the Arquette ladies. Anyway, and then of course the Linklater standby. You got Ethan Hawke, and he was great. And it was just it was incredible watching the whole progression and seeing him age. And it was not like a super plot driven movie. It's just you follow him growing up and experiencing life, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. It's definitely a unique experience, and definitely recommended. So
Yeah, I want to see it real bad.
our local theater gets like some like 1 or 2 random indie movies every once in a while. Like not all the time, but they're pretty good about getting some good ones. So
That's cool.
that was like just at our local, right by our house.
No. Oh, nice. Okay, that comes with a potted. Okay, so there's a Groot figure that comes with a potted Groot, but I don't think it's a dancing.
It's gotta dance.
It's gotta dance.
And they have toys like that respond to music. It shouldn't be like that's. They've had that since the 90s or whatever.
Like those flowers.
Yeah.
Remember the flowers.
Yeah.
Same thing, yeah.
I want that.
That's all they need.
But oh, that little baby Groot, so adorable.
Groot was great. It's funny because you don't really. I mean, I know Vin Diesel voiced him.
Oh,
You don't really like hear Vin Diesel, but like he did an amazing job with just a few
he's
words.
an amazing. Like when you think about this plus Iron Giant, like he's
Yeah.
like.
He's a good
Why
voice
aren't
actor.
more people hiring Vin Diesel to do
Yeah.
voice work?
Plus, didn't he do some like motion capture too?
Yeah,
The character, I think. So
I think so.
Anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy was great. Boyhood was great.
All right.
Seen some good movies.
DVD on demand corner. WWE Network, of course. Goes without saying. Well, they put on Saturday Night's Main Event now, and they have all of it. So, oh my gosh, I'm just reliving my childhood. It's amazing, those Hogan Andre face-offs, the Mega Powers, both meeting and colliding. And let me tell you, if anybody doesn't appreciate, Macho Man is amazing, and I miss him because his interviews so great. And I was playing this Royal Rumble pinball machine, and every time you put a coin in, he's like, "Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah," and every time you hit the flipper, it's like, "Yeah." It's like got Macho Man's voice. Oh, it's so great. He just so much energy. Awesome. And Roddy Piper also amazing talent. And this gave me watching these old episodes also gave me a greater appreciation of George the Animal Steel because I hadn't seen a lot of his interviews and like ring work and the guy is truly a pretty amazing talent. Also played what was the guy's name in Ed Wood?
Thor.
Yeah, Tor Johnson. He played, and he did an amazing job there, too.
I almost forget that it's not really him.
It is kind of uncanny that they do look almost exactly alike.
Yeah. Like a lot. I love that movie.
What if they did, they should do a remake of The Beast of Yucca Flats?
Oh my gosh, if they would do that. If
with
someone would
George
do
the Animal
that.
Steel.
Oh, it would only
And
cost
who would be the narrator? They would need to get Johnny Depp to narrate
Yes,
it.
Johnny Depp narrates it.
As Ed Wood.
Oh my gosh, that
Even
would be
though Ed Wood had
amazing.
nothing to do with The Beast from Yucca Flats, I still think it would be awesome.
Because it was right up his alley.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, I know we mentioned it before, but Beast from Yucca Flats, Tor Johnson, who was in
They
Plan 9
took
from
all
Outer
the
Space.
sound out of the movie.
Yeah, they didn't shoot sound, so whenever there's dialogue, it's shot from behind someone, and they just dubbed the whole thing later on, so you never see anyone's mouth move in the whole movie.
And then there's also a narrator, and it's
And there's a
amazing.
narrator that just talks through the whole thing and says like nonsense. Like,
A man.
A man.
Walking.
walks with a suitcase. Dead end. Will he survive? Next step. I mean, just no.
It reminds me of Cindy Sanders' poem that she
Yeah,
read
totally.
First day,
First day.
freshman year.
Alone.
Education or assimilation.
A man pushes a button. Things happen. That's a line. That's an actual line from the movie.
Things
Man pushes a
happen,
button.
yes, that's right.
Things happen.
Oh my
Beats
gosh.
from Yucca Flats, people. Watch it.
Okay, so we already talked about Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then I watched The Raid 2,
Yes.
which was freaking awesome. It wasn't as crazy out-and-out action as the first one, because this one actually had a more of an actual plot and story to it, instead of just guy has to get to top story of building and kill everybody in building. It was a little bit more complicated, where he infiltrates a gang through. It was more like The Departed or something,
Okay.
where he has to infiltrate a gang by earning the trust of one of the other gang members, so he goes into prison. It's the same guy. In that sense, it takes place immediately after the first one, so that's cool. and then he like has to catch the gang. Yeah, it's really cool, and it's really violent and crazy.
All right.
There's a girl that fights with a claw hammer, and I'll just leave it at that. And then, as a surprise to Brian that he didn't really appreciate, we watched an episode of Hey Dude.
Why did you not appreciate that?
Have you watched that show lately?
Nope.
It's really bad.
It's pretty awful. It's good.
We came up with a Hey Dude drinking game.
Okay.
You'll get trashed really quick.
Every time somebody falls in a horse trough, every time somebody falls in a mud puddle, every time Ted says something either racist or sexist, every time Danny goes out of his way to mention that he is a Hopi Indian,
Yeah.
there's like, it's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the all-star of the show, like, clearly is, like, right away is, what's her face? Melody. Mrs. Ben Stiller. Christine Taylor.
Christine, yes.
Like, clearly, right away, you're like,
Well.
okay, so...
Yeah, that set still exists over at Tanker Verde Ranch. It's
Yeah.
It's pretty dilapidated now, but it's not very big. I mean, if you look at it, you know, it's...
Yeah, because there's the actual Tanque Verde Ranch, but the set where they filmed the show is, like, off...
I think, like, 2 buildings
Yeah.
and way off property.
Huh.
So, yeah.
But then they use the actual pool and some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
And you've gone to this place.
Yeah,
that's where
his wedding was there.
Me and my wife.
Oh, well, that's right. That's right.
We're staying there
He's going there
next
week.
weekend.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Brian's getting ready to go on active duty for a year. He's getting deployed.
Yeah.
Brian is in the Army. So thank you, Brian, for your
Yes,
service.
thank you. Where do you know where you're heading out to?
He's going
it's
stateside.
It's just Fort Bliss. Be
Okay.
pretty easy.
Brian is a what are you, medical tech?
Yeah, I'm a medic.
Medic.
Oh,
But he's
Cool.
done a tour in Iraq.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good times.
So, did you choose the Hey Dude Ranch on purpose? Because of Hey
Oh,
Dude?
it's in Tucson. Brian lives in Tucson.
I live in Tucson. I grew up. I mean, I watched that show. You know.
Did you choose it because of that, or just because it was convenient? Did you know
No.
beforehand?
No, we did not.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know if
not
you guys
that
are
big
like
of
as a
a fan.
couple. You guys
No.
as a couple are super into Hey Dude, and you're like, this is your
Yeah.
wedding, or
Yeah, no.
It was an awesome place to have a wedding. Like, the wedding was amazing, and then it was like right there they have this really cool place.
Yeah.
It was a good place to have a wedding.
that's cool.
Yeah. Hey, the other on-demand.
I thought you were gonna say, "Hey, dude."
was,
Hey, dude.
Panic Room.
Hmm?
Panic Room with
Oh,
Jodie Foster.
You saw?
Well, tell us about that experience.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Sure.
Have I told this story on here?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, so Brian and I we used to go to the movies in college quite a bit,
It's called a 5 and Drive.
and it was called B&B 5 and Drive. It had a regular theater and it had a drive-in.
Okay.
And because it was Missouri, the drive-in is seasonal, because nobody
Right.
wants to go to the drive-in in the
During
snow.
the winter, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, but so we went and saw Panic Room there. So this was what, 2002,
Yeah,
2003,
it's quite a while ago.
and this was the first time Brian saw me Hulk out, and when I realized that I hate going, because that theater, I had some of the most ridiculous movie theater going experiences at that theater, because it's kind of a hick town, 10,000 people, small town, and it's kind of a cheap, crappy theater. If you really want to go to the movies, you drive 20 minutes to Columbia to go to a real movie theater. But
Okay.
sometimes, you don't got a lot of money.
Yeah, it's 2002.
You don't want to drive out to, you don't want to drive all the way out to Columbia. So we slummed it and saw it at B&B 5 and Drive, and this man, his family sat behind us in an empty theater, mind you, like right behind us. So I was
I hate
already
that.
kind of like perturbed.
Yeah, there's only 5 people in the theater.
And they're sitting
Window, and then
directly
3
behind
people
us.
behind us.
Like, I don't understand that already, so I'm already kind of perturbed. And in case you haven't seen, Phil, have you seen Panic Room?
I have, yes. It's a good movie.
Okay, so Kristen Stewart, that was like her breakout role.
Right.
And she's actually really good in the movie. but they make it very, very, very clear that she is diabetic. Like, they make it abundantly clear because it's a major plot point.
All
So
right.
David Fincher does not want you wondering what is wrong with this girl, so they make it very clear she's diabetic. They start talking through the movie, and he's talking so much they don't pay attention when they make sure he's diabetic. So when she does start going into anaphylactic shock or whatever it is,
What's happening?
this guy's just like, what's going on?
What are they doing?
Why is she doing that? And I am getting so pissed. So finally, I just turn around. I'm like, she's diabetic!
He goes, shh.
And he shushed me.
He shushed you.
Yes.
And when we left, like, this is the first time I had experienced the wrath of Red Hulk.
Red Hulk.
Red Hulk.
He was so mad, and I was like, "Whoa!" I mean, he was like, he was so mad. And why are they talking? Why are they asking stupid questions? She's diabetic. I don't understand this. I will never go to a theater again. Never.
I'm so mad.
He was so mad, and I was like, whoa. And I like wanted to laugh, but I didn't want to be a jerk. And
You don't. It's hard to know how to respond during your first Brendo Hulk out. I laughed. I know that's my automatic response to stressful situations. So that's how I cope with stuff.
That was like one of the only times. Usually I don't do anything, but since there was the only people in there, and it was so ridiculous.
well,
I love though. The best is that he had the audacity to shush you after all that.
and to boot, apparently these people had a reputation.
Yeah, we discovered.
Oh really?
Yeah, it wasn't the first time that they had.
Well, because then I think they were the same people that. I think one of them was disabled or something. I don't know, because they sat behind us. Me and Henry and Smiles later on that year went to see Lord of the Rings there.
Uh-huh.
And they were sitting behind us, and these were like our all-time favorite quotes. Like, we quoted this for years. They were again asking questions about things that were very clearly explained if they'd been paying freaking attention. And the two best quotes were, "Why's that dude got furry feet?" No, and then this is the best one. This is the best one. So Gandalf is there. They're in the Misty Mountains, right?
Uh-huh.
What's that white stuff on his beard? Snow? Because they're in the snow? You dumb idiot. Get out of the movie theater. Leave now.
This should be a rule that if there's space, you don't sit next to someone. You
Why's
at
that
least
dude
give a row
got furry
buffer.
feet?
And then you space it out. Like, you don't sit directly in front or behind. You go down a few seats. You try to alternate. Stagger. Gotta
Ugh.
stagger.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was pretty epic.
Can't deal with it.
All right. Okay.
There you go. Brian got to share an embarrassing Brendo
That's
story.
an amazing Brendo story. I'm really glad that you shared that because I can picture it all right now.
Well, Phil and I have had our share of weird movie experiences.
Oh yeah, so many.
We've told this story where, first of all, we were both sunburned, and we went and saw, what was it? Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, what's that
Crusades.
called?
Something. Kingdom of Heaven.
Kingdom of Heaven. Yeah.
More like Kingdom of Boring.
Lame.
Gosh, it was terrible.
And horrible editing.
Yeah, it was just
Like, really jarring edits. Well,
Yeah.
there is a director's cut that makes it way more sense because
Oh, okay.
there are those jarring edits.
Yeah, like what?
Apparently were studio edits, and now it all makes sense.
That makes sense.
Because it's like all of a sudden it's like 20 years later. You're like, what?
Yeah,
Or they're in like some completely different continent. You're like, what just happened? Did
Yeah.
they warp somewhere?
It was very confusing.
Also, to make it confusing was, first of all, I was really sunburned. You were kind of sunburned. I was really.
You were like the ultimate sunburn, though.
And then there was a guy that got mad at me, again, sitting really close to us in an empty theater,
Right.
and I had a phone that lit up. It was like a Nokia that like lit up. It was a candy bar, and it was in my pocket. And he's like, "Turn off your phone! Turn off your phone!" I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's on vibrate." He's like, "No, I could see the lights in your pocket." I'm like, "What? What? First of all, we're at the Dollar Theater, dude, and you can move." And I was like, fine. And I turned it off. And then these ladies behind us.
Because again, empty theater, but the one dude sat like right in front of us, and the other sat right behind us.
Right behind us.
That was
and
the whole
the whole movie.
Yeah, it's like Monty Python characters. Oh, they're going out. They're fighting the Moors.
Oh, the Moors!
Oh, he's got a big sword. Oh, it's a sword.
Oh, that Orlando Bloom's adorable.
So handsome.
Oh, handsome guy.
Oh, here's the lady. Oh, you might get in love.
Tired. And that movie is like 3.5 hours long. And I'm just sitting here
my legs hurt.
complete pain. I can't feel my legs. This guy's yelling at me about my phone. Phil's laughing at how stupid everything is.
It was. I mean, like, I enjoyed that movie so much more than I would have if I had just watched it, because it's a pretty lame movie. But that was a great movie-going experience.
So then every once in a while, when we're watching movies, Phil and I will both just go,
Oh, what's happening? Where did he go? He's falling down. Look at the horses. Oh, they're beautiful.
The horses, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, it's terrible.
Like, why do people think that's okay?
I don't know. Why do you go to the movies then? Just go talk somewhere.
I will tell this story till the day I die. When I was 3 years old, my dad took me to see Return of the Jedi. I yelled out, "They're going to kill those Ewoks," and my dad said, "Brendan, don't talk during the movie." And that was the end. That's all it takes.
My kids don't talk in the movies.
Don't talk during the movie. So I have bad parenting on all their parts. Even those old ladies, bad parents.
That's right. They had bad parents that didn't teach them at some point. Don't talk in the movies.
All right. So you watch more Wars and Pawn Stars?
Yep, lots of Storage Wars, lots of Pawn Stars, Cajun Pawn Stars.
I'm going to get up on the Storage Wars because I just found out I just downloaded the A&E app on my Xbox 360.
Oh.
And there's episodes. Did you know that Barry has his own show now?
No, really?
It's called, oh, dude, Philly.
What's it called? Please tell me.
Guess. You could probably guess.
I don't know.
Barry.
I don't know.
Oh, come on, dude. This is basically a Phil title to show.
Buried. Something about being buried.
Oh my gosh, Phil, how are you not getting this?
I don't know what.
Buried treasure.
Buried treasure. There we go. See, I got buried. That's good. That's good.
Obligatory.
I'd name a show that. Buried treasure. I'd watch that show too.
I must watch that show.
It's
all
so
Barry all the time.
I went
Seriously,
back and I'm watching. I think it's season 4, and I've seen a lot of them.
Oh, you know,
a few I missed
Dave's,
here and there.
on the new season, Dave's back. That's the
really?
Big yeah. Oh, you knew he was gonna make it back. That guy's all about the money.
Yeah. Well,
he
and
probably
then
created that whole thing just so he could have this big comeback.
Well, and his whole thing about trying to expose that it's like a setup. Everyone knows reality TV is fake.
Yeah.
That's not like a big expose. That's kind of like no duh. It's TV.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we've also been watching Last Comic Standing, which is amazing.
This season.
So good. So and like all the top people are really awesome. It counts because we don't watch it until the day later. We're not watching them live, so that's why it counts on the video on demand, all that kind of stuff.
You watch Hulu?
What's that?
Hulu?
Hulu, yeah, on Hulu.
Oh, so I can watch it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can go back. I don't know though if you know how they like take off old episodes. I don't know if you can.
I
go
have
back.
Hulu Plus though, so I think
so you can probably just go watch the whole thing then, because it's worth it. It's really
all
good.
right. We're gonna do lightning round here because I just saw that it goes down to the next page and you have a ton of stuff on here.
Oh yes. Okay, so I watched a lot of Key and Peele. We watched the most recent season leading up to, so I could go to their panel at Comic-Con. And it was awesome.
You went to their panel. You saw them live.
Saw them live. It was incredible. They showed sketches from their new season that's going to be coming out, and they did like a bunch of funny stuff. They did a bunch of characters on stage, and
then Jack McBrayer was there also.
No.
What?
Because it was the way they described.
Oh, that's right. It was that other show that you said was terrible.
Yeah. So No, Jack McBrayer was the Triumph, the Insult Comic Dog one that I didn't make it into. That was
That's right.
But then after they had like an animated series with like Rob Lowe, and it was bad. So we ditched out on that. But anyway, the Key and Peele stuff was amazing. Then we Redboxed the Monuments Men.
Oh, how was that?
It was really good. Like it's kind of like World War II, Ocean's 11.
No.
You know.
Yes. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. They took some liberties.
Wait, they took liberties in
It was not 100% accurate.
Well, the thing, like they actually went back to the drawing board on a few things where it was almost like they changed some of the names, like some of the characters where they were reversed or flipped, or like one was actually doing another thing. But
Yeah.
still interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, well, anytime there's a historical movie that I enjoy that makes me go and like read a ton about what it's about, that's a win for me, you know. Like,
yeah.
because I did after I saw that, I'm like, that was really interesting, and now I went and like spent hours reading all kinds of stuff about it. So
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
yeah, it really, really was.
Yeah.
And there was like hundreds of them. You know, obviously they focused on a small group in the movie, but like it was a huge thing.
So these were guys that were rescuing art from the Nazis, trying to destroy it.
Yeah. Or stealing it for their own private collections.
Yeah, that too. This is one of the things my grandpa did tell me about, and I thought was BS, and then turned out to be true. So that's when I learned. I'm like, wait, because I used to just think everything my grandpa said was not true, but then when some of it came out that was true, I was very confused.
Yeah.
Because like this is my grandpa that told me that Robin Hood was totally real and like all this other stuff and like all these other things and that. Oh no, he told me that we were related to Robin Hood. I'm not even joking. Like he traces us back to Robin Hood. I don't know how. Somehow. So when I did look up this Monuments Men thing afterwards, I'm like, wait, Grandpa said something that's real. I don't know what to do here. So
yeah.
And this was like when I was like in junior high.
Maybe you're related to like Douglas Fairbanks or something. Maybe he's just confused that
Maybe Errol Flynn.
Yeah. Oh, that's who it was, huh?
Well, I think it was Douglas Fairbanks. I think Errol Flynn did it too. I think there was
probably. So there's been a lot of Robin Hoods throughout the year.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Costner. Am I related to Kevin Costner?
Yes. You're related to the fox from the one in the 70s.
Hey, that'd be awesome. That's my favorite Robin Hood.
Red fur, red hair. You've got red hair.
All right, keep going.
So yeah, that was really good. Enjoyed that. Gambit was really cool. Redbox that one too.
Yeah, written by Coen Brothers.
Written by the Coen Brothers. Super cool. I didn't even know.
It's a remake. It's a remake.
Yes, but they wrote it still. They wrote the screenplay or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was really good. Lots of fun. Just, classic kind of con artist, type caper thing, and it was really good.
Keep going.
Finally got to see Grand Budapest Hotel, and that was fantastic.
So awesome.
I posted my rankings on Facebook, but it ranks near the top of my Wes Anderson movies.
Okay.
Not the very top, but I think I have it in fourth or fifth.
But it has a really great cast. I don't know where Wes Anderson finds these kids, man.
Oh yeah,
he's like a wizard at
that main guy is like
kids.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very,
Circe, or wait, we figured out how to say her name. Saoirse.
I think it's that, something like that.
Yeah.
Ronan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was awesome too.
Awesome.
No, it was super good. Definitely very Wes Anderson-y.
Mm-hmm.
My brother made me start watching some Tosh.0 on Amazon Prime just because he said it was funny, and it is. I'd never watched it before. And it is funny, but each episode has like horribly disgusting stuff in it.
Oh yeah, there's some. Oh dude. Oh.
So I can only watch it with my brother around because then he tells me when to cover my eyes because I cannot handle that stuff. So. Did
they have the exploding thing on the guy's back one?
I don't know. I don't look. He tells me when to cover my eyes, so I can't. I cannot watch.
You watch Poop Mountain.
That's different. I don't know why, but it's different. I know what to expect when I'm watching Hoarders. When you're watching that show, you're like watching, and all of a sudden, like, there's a dude with his foot in his hand and it's severed. Or can't handle it. So then we watched the Station Agents. My brother had never seen it, so we watched that together.
Okay. I was gonna say, had you never seen that? Cause
no, I love them. I think I made you watch it.
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Pretty sure I saw it and then told you.
I saw it in the theater.
I think I told you to see it in the theater.
I don't think so.
No. Anyway, I love that movie, though. It's great. And finally, Family Tree. I watched the first episode.
I want to
of
hear
Family
your
Tree.
thoughts.
This
How?
is the
Okay,
Christopher Guest one.
I wish I hadn't told you, because when that freaking crazy puppet lady showed up, I flipped out.
How many episodes have you watched? Did you just watch the first one?
I've watched like 4.
Okay. Yeah, because I watched it with Janelle, and Janelle did not know about that. So here we're hanging around, all of a sudden she starts talking to the puppet, and Janelle's like, what the heck is going on? Like, is this real? And I like kind of explained to her about
That
the girl.
she's seen in her...
No, but I told her about it, and she's like, this is too weird. I don't like it. And sure enough, like by the end of the episode, she's like, I'm done. I'm not watching this anymore. Like, I don't know. Like, it's
Have you only watched the one episode?
I've only watched the one, and
It gets way better, but it's still freaking that lady.
the puppet lady is freaky, and I don't enjoy her. She creeps me out, and especially after watching that.
When you
kind of
know the
documentary,
whole
whatever.
story behind that puppet and her thing,
Oh,
it's
it is
still like
eerie.
just creepy and weird.
And why is she on the show still talking to the same puppet that she does in real life?
Because that's her character.
Because she's weird in real life and on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very eerie, and it's uncomfortable. I
I
love
feel like
Kristen Bell,
Christopher
though.
Guest saw that movie and is like, I have to put this woman in something.
Yeah, but it's very off-putting.
It is.
I mean, she would be great in a horror movie. Like, that would scare the crap out of me for a movie with when she's like...
Is Michael McKean in the first episode?
Yeah, he's great.
Because he's
And that's the
amazing.
thing. Like, there's enough Christopher Guest, and Chris O'Dowd is great, but that girl is... Ugh.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I don't like
know.
it. But I have watched enough episodes, and there are some funny scenes with her, but it still makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, even when she's funny, she's weird. It's
Well,
just-
because you know that she talks to that puppet in real
in
life.
real life, and she's still on the show talking to the puppet.
That's what makes it crazy, because people that don't know are like, oh, that's a funny character that talks to a puppet. No, that's not
No.
a character. She's
Yeah.
being herself.
That scene in that documentary thing when she's like alone in the room.
Having a conversation with 8 puppets. That is
Yeah,
the
and she like adapts and like learns the voices of her like dead boyfriend so that
That
she
is the craziest thing I've ever seen,
can
probably
carry on
ever.
conversations with his old.
And then when I start thinking about it, then I think about that freaking puppet graveyard.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So there's too many just weirdness connections there. I don't know. I might
See?
try it some more, but
I'm telling you.
good.
Wait, how did you watch it?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, that's right. They put the HBO stuff on Amazon
Yeah.
Prime.
So. Whew. We got Netflix now.
All right, my turn.
All right, you go. Let
All
me
right.
know.
I accused my parents, amazing MST3K, with one of probably my top 3 public service ones
Oh,
before it.
nice. Which one?
It's about where crops come from, and it's like, and then it's basically like it just shows them like putting DDT on like crops because it's from the 50s. So it shows them like with the DDT, and they're like, and this is good for you. and,
DDT.
and like, and it's a Joel episode, so Joel's it's really funny. And yeah, and I prefer Joel. I mean, I like Mike, but Joel's my favorite. So this is a Joel episode, and I'm a big Joel fan. And the movie is absurd. It's like a cautionary. It's one of those like 50s cautionary
Yeah,
tales.
I'm familiar with the original movie. I've not seen the MST3K.
It's about a guy who murders somebody and then accuses his parents because they're bad parents, and then
Did
it
they,
goes.
like, sue them or something?
No, that's his defense when he gets tried for murder.
Oh, that's right. There's a courtroom. That's right.
It's the stupidest
Yeah.
thing. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's, yeah.
But it's really funny. It's really funny.
That's when MST3K shines.
And then this is a new show. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
Forgotten Planet. It's basically about abandoned places, and they go and tour them and everything.
Oh, I saw. I just added that to my queue.
The first episode, they go to Pripyat.
What's that?
That is Chernobyl, the town near Chernobyl.
Oh my god!
Like they go there and tour around it. It's crazy.
I just added that to my queue, so I'm very excited about it. I just saw that pop up.
So I'm really excited to continue watching that show.
Yes.
Then I watched the classic Disney, as we were just talking about. Robin
Your
Hood.
relative, yeah.
Amazing, holds up, so good. I was singing "Not Nottingham" for days afterwards.
Oh yeah, there's so many great
Not
songs.
Nottingham.
How about
Oh.
water,
Yeah.
to the forest? Yeah.
So good.
Robin
Oodalali.
Oodalali. Yeah.
Oodalali, oodalali.
Hollywood a day. That's a great movie.
Prince John, the phony king of England. Now I'm just gonna sing songs from Robin Hood.
You must be related.
Yeah. Well, that's the story. I mean, I've told this story. We told that. Oh, this is like a secret from the bonus episode.
Oh yeah, are we allowed to reveal this?
Sure, because I think I've told it on other podcasts. My grandparents had a farm. They don't anymore, but they had a farm. My grandpa would not get satellite TV because he's a cheapo weirdo, and I think he also thought that maybe the government would use it to track him. That honestly might be why he didn't have a satellite dish. I really think it might be. And they couldn't get cable, and they only got like 3 channels where they were, and my grandpa would only watch PBS, so I saw a lot of McNeil Lehrer NewsHour, and my grandma made me turn it off when Monty Python came on because there were boobs. So they had 3 VHS tapes for us to watch that my grandma had taped various programs off of the television at various times. One of those was Annie, the musical.
Yeah.
One of them was Jaws 2. Oh, so 4 tapes. You got 4 tapes. Annie, Jaws 2, that crazy Alice in Wonderland musical.
Yep.
From like the 80s with like all the celebrities, and it does Through the Looking Glass, so it has a Jabberwocky and all that weird Pig Baby.
Pig Baby.
Ugh.
Pig Baby's terrifying.
Having nightmares right now, Pig Baby. The baby turns into a pig and it's terrifying. And then Robin Hood, and so we watched all of those movies about a bajillion times. And I always wonder, like, my grandma taped Jaws 2, couldn't tape Jaws. Had to get Jaws 2. Nothing wrong with Jaws 2, it's all right, but I mean, come on.
You only get 4 movies, period.
Jaws 2. I saw Jaws 2 before Jaws 1 because of that. Because my dad was nice enough to not traumatize me and make me watch Jaws when I was 5, and instead I watched it when I was like 7. I feel like any time a kid watches Jaws, it's traumatizing. There is no right age to be like, all right, you're ready to watch Jaws.
It's Jaws time.
It's like, all right. I think any time, even if you were 18, if I had never seen Jaws before and I'm 18, there would be a period where I'm like, I'm not going into the water. I'm not even. Well, there's Kevin. I didn't go this far, but Kevin Smith, I guess, wouldn't take baths.
You at least were able to separate like open water from bath water.
Yeah,
that's good.
He was like, that's when I became a shower person.
And then he watched Psycho.
Shower. And then he watched Psycho, and then it's like,
then you're done.
And you're done. Then you're Pigpen. Maybe that's why Pigpen was Pigpen. He'd watch Psycho and Jaws all at once. It was like, well, I'm not bathing anymore.
I have a friend on Facebook who, right before he started the show, I noticed posted a thing that said he finally just got around to watching the movie Psycho for the first time, and it was really good.
What?
I was like, what? He's like my age, and I'm like, dude, what?
Don't admit that.
Yeah, not in a public forum. Anyway,
I'm
not gonna say who it is, but yeah,
is it somebody I know?
Tangentially, I don't think you actually know him personally, but
all right. Okay, so keep going. I also watched a new show that I hadn't seen before called Urban Legends, where they it's a pretty cool show because they basically dramatize 3 urban legends.
Okay.
Except one of them actually happened. And it's
which one?
Each episode is different.
Oh, you have to figure out which one is the real one?
Well, they tell you.
Oh, okay.
And this one, the one that happened, and I still don't know if I believe this, and I'm going to have to do some more research.
Okay.
This guy got shot in the stomach and the bullet got left in.
Okay.
And he claims that he went to a revival meeting and the church guy healed him and whatever, and then he felt like something weird in his throat and he spit up the bullet.
Yeah,
Supposedly that's real.
That's baloney. Just because he says so.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, I need to dig into this a little
That's
bit.
baloney.
'Cause that doesn't even make sense.
No, I wouldn't believe that for a second.
But the urban legends, I love urban legends, so
it's fun to like read or just see stuff.
And it's dramatizations of these, and so they're like really over the top and ridiculous. If you like things like 1,000 Ways to Die and things like that, it's an entertaining show.
I thought you were watching urban legends like the '90s, late '90s.
I enjoy those movies, but no.
Yeah, not that one. Okay. I saw that one in the Dollar Theater.
Yeah. Have you seen, there's a second one. There's a third one. There's 3.
I have not.
2 of them went straight to video, I believe.
That doesn't surprise me.
Okay, then I saw, you should watch this, Phil. It's Netflix. Grandmaster, Wong Kar-wai. It's his version of Ip Man. Ip Man is the guy, it's a real guy. He trained Bruce Lee. He has a pretty amazing story. And this is Wong Kar-wai's version of it. It's a beautiful martial arts epic. Awesome.
I love that kind of thing.
Very, very amazing. Killer action scenes. Really good music. Really beautiful. It's got I think she is so talented. Zhang Zi from Crouching Tiger and House of Flying Daggers.
I think it's funny. We had this conversation at Comic-Con that you said that one of the things that was surprising about me as far as my movie taste is that I like all these bad movies, but I also love
I think it's funny that you love martial arts epics because it just
do
seem like something that you would enjoy based on some of your movie tastes. But that just proves you can't judge a film by its cover.
That's right. And I have very eclectic movie tastes.
Like, that to me is proof that you are not just some dude that watches bad movies because you like these martial arts epics. And I don't know. I think that's cool. I think it's one of the cool things that we have in common.
Well, that's cool, because I do.
Because I know a lot of people that don't like those kind of movies, and so it's cool to find people that do like them. And this one was really good, and you should watch it.
Okay. Grandmaster.
And as you pointed out at the same thing, I still want to watch his remake of Blood Simple.
Yes. Oh, yes. I have not seen it yet either, but also really want to see it.
Because that trailer looked awesome, and I want to see it. Speaking of remakes, I watched Red Dawn.
Yeah?
Remake.
Was it any good?
It wasn't as bad as everybody said it was. I thought it was fine. Chris Hemsworth, awesome. I like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. Good-looking dude.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it was funny that they didn't, but they still, it's weird because they had said they weren't going to use Russia, but then they still used Russia. But it was mostly North Korea. It was North Korea and Russia. Not unlike, because the original is Russia and Mexico.
Oh. I forgot that. It's been a long time since I've seen Red Dawn.
This one, it's not near, the original is way better. Like, way better. Sure. But it's still, I think it's alright. It's a decent enough. I was just done. I just wanted to watch some dumb action movies, and so I watched it. Have you seen it?
Which one?
The Red Dawn remake.
Oh, of course.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was okay. It was fun.
Right.
I mean, I loved the first one when I was a kid, so yeah.
First one's awesome.
So apparently it wasn't like offensive enough to North Korea that they banned it there, though, huh? Or I guess it just
maybe they did. I don't know.
I read. I mean, this is just a rumor mill that when they actually had to postpone the release of the film for some.
Well, they postponed it because New Line or MGM went out of business and then got bought by Warner Brothers, and this was a victim of all that. But then I think it might have gotten, there was something, there
was something political.
There was also a political thing involved. But I know the main thing, the reason why it got delayed so long is because it and Cabin in the Woods were the two major victims of that whole MGM New Line Warner Brothers acquisition thing. And they also, I think they shelved it and then waited until Chris Hemsworth was big, and then they're like, hey, here we go, Red Dawn. Yeah.
Just hold on to it long enough until someone in the movie gets famous.
Well, remember they did that with 3 Vin Diesel movies?
Yeah, well, because Vin Diesel.
Because after like he got huge, they had like knockaround guys, and then that other one that he was in that like had been on the shelf for like years.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you like Vin Diesel's popular. Here's these Vin Diesel movies. Because I remember being like, why are there all these Vin Diesel movies come out? And then I looked it up, and it turned out they had been sitting on the shelf. And
Just
like,
waiting.
here they are.
This guy's
Like
gonna
Vin
get big.
Diesel. Here he is. Because I was in like a shoot 'em dumb action movie kind of mood, I followed it up with G.I. Joe Retaliation.
And how was that?
It was. I liked it. I still like the first one better.
I didn't
the
watch.
first
I never saw the first one.
The first
actually.
one's just nuts, but this one, it's cool. I liked it as a G.I. Joe fan. I enjoyed it. I mean,
Bruce Willis.
it had Bruce Willis as G.I. Joe, that's cool. I like that. The Rock was cool. I enjoyed Rock. I enjoy him in most things. But, I mean, and then Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, and Jinx. I liked the addition of Jinx.
Yeah.
I still want to see some of my favorite Joes that have not yet been represented with Quick Kick and Shipwreck. When are they going to get their due?
I'm sure there'll be another one.
They got it. They got the freaking ninjas. How hard is it to put Quick Kick in there?
They're saving it. They don't want to throw all the good ones in there at once, you know.
That's true. Maybe they'll add a new ninja like kung fu guy each one.
Yeah.
I think they did a great job with Firefly. Firefly was cool because I loved the Dreadnoughts. They were like my favorite of the Cobra bad guys. It was like Zartan's gang, and Firefly. What they did with Firefly in this movie was cool, and the guy they got to play him was really. I love that guy.
So you're saying the second one was not as good as the first, but still good.
It's still good. I mean, it's enjoyable. I don't know why people so much hate. And then Brian and I, my go-to if I just want to watch something now is Bob's Burgers, and I love that show. It's really funny.
And that's on Netflix.
Kristen Schaal is so funny in everything, and her voice is just great, and her character in Bob's Burgers is so fun. Well, all the characters are great, but Kristen Schaal is great. She's amazing.
All right.
And then I watched Best of Raw on SmackDown because it's great. And it's like watching the highlights of 2013 again. I enjoyed that.
So you watched that on Netflix and not on the WWE?
On Netflix because it's not on WWE Network. I mean, there you go.
All right. Whew.
All right.
All right. This is like the longest movie section ever. The never-ending movie list.
Lightning round, go.
All right, lightning. All right. Janelle and I watched a documentary called Sons of Perdition about these kids that escape, boys that escape from like the polygamous cults and.
Oh wow! Yeah, because Janelle's like weirdly obsessed.
She's super obsessed with like these polygamous cults and stuff. Not in a like fandom way, but just like fascinated by the whole thing.
She watches Sister Wives and.
And she read like a bunch of the books from the people that escaped, and she is definitely like weirdly obsessed with it.
So was it fascinating?
It was really good. Very very low budget. I mean, probably just a couple guys with like camcorders that edited it together pretty well, but. But it's, because a lot of times the females, the girls that escape are the ones that get a lot of attention because they're the ones that are forced into these marriages with old men. But there's just as much abuse going on with the males, with the boys as well. And so it follows their stories, some of the boys that have escaped. And it's
like
nuts.
their kids?
Yeah, it's like the kids of these like family, because they have like 20 kids in one family or more, And so some of the boys that have escaped, and it kind of picks up. Some of these kids have been out for like 10 years or something like that, and others are more recently escaped. But and some of them like actually try to help their sisters get out and stuff. So it's really good. I mean, if you're interested in that kind of thing, documentary.
Brian tapped out. We outlasted Brian.
Did he fall asleep actually?
He's done. He just went on the couch and crashed.
Sorry, Brian. We had to catch up here. Yeah. We watched this movie called It's a Disaster, which the only like name, there's a couple like minor character actors, but David Cross is the reason I added it. And it's actually turned out to be really good. It's like a real small indie movie about like this, the end of the world is happening. I think it was like a viral apocalypse or something, and but this group all gets together for like a couples brunch, and then it happens while they're there, and so they board up the place and they all kind of wait out the end of the world in this house, and it's funny and kind of sad, and it was really, really good. So very interesting. Another documentary, we got in a little bit of a documentary kick called Bible Quiz. And it's
I saw. It looks nuts.
It's kind of like Spellbound, where they follow like these group, but they do these like intense like Bible quizzes where they have to memorize like 10 books of the Bible, and they have to know.
They do this in Missouri. Like
all through the Midwest.
I knew of this. I learned about this when I went to Central because there were Bible quiz alums at Central. And
it's nuts. It's kind of like how they do like the debate where they rattle off. You can't even understand what they're saying, hardly. Like it was just nuts, and it's really intense. But it actually turned out to be really interesting. Not at all what I expected, because it's not. I don't think it was made by a Christian. I think it was just an outside observer, and they kind of pick up on a really interesting storyline with this girl who. I mean, it kind of follows this girl who does it mostly because she's interested in the guy. And that does it along with her, and kind of what happens with that storyline and her. It actually turned out to be like an amazing documentary that I would really recommend people watch.
Okay.
It's super good. I watched one called Rise of the Fellowship that probably cost $10 to make. And
what the heck is that?
It was these guys that like they get invited to go to like a Lord of the Rings online championship, and they have to fight another gang of guys that are gonna like beat them there, and it's kind of like retells the story of Lord of the Rings. Like they have to go on a journey to get to the tournament.
Sounds horrible.
It's so bad. I played DS. I would have turned it off, except I was like getting super into Disney's Magical World, and I just didn't.
How many stickers do you have, by the way?
I'm at 77 now.
I'm still ahead of you. I'm at like 82.
But I did buy the Pirates of the Caribbean set.
Oh, now you're gonna beat me because that's like free stickers.
Really
it is good. I gotta get it.
What else did you buy? You said you bought something on it.
What?
Like another one of the expansions?
Oh, I got Club Nintendo. Oh, I bought like the Easter one and like some other stuff.
Did you get the Easter one that has another little like mission on it?
That mission is like. Once you get the hang of it, you can get a lot of stuff out of that mission.
All right, I'm going to have to get that mission then, too. I'm not going to buy just the individual clothes, but if there's a mission or actual gameplay, I'll buy it. So, I hope they do more, though. I'm afraid that they're not going to do any more.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I haven't heard any news about new stuff. Yeah, that's a sidetrack. So, Rise of the Fellowship was pretty stupid, but I didn't bother getting up to turn it off. Then we watched about the first 25 minutes of Escape from Tomorrow.
Oh, dude.
It just makes me sad.
I know, right?
So bad.
I told you not to do it, but I knew.
I know, but Janelle's like, "Oh, how bad could it be? It's like set in Disneyland." I'm like, "All right."
When Brendan and Derek, who are the biggest Disney nerds, say don't watch it.
Oh, what? I mean, I don't. It's so bad. I don't even know what happened. Like mostly, it's just
those guys didn't know what they were doing.
It's such a waste.
It is, because when you look at the shots that they got, that is never going to happen again.
No.
Ever.
No. And
it's crazy how much they get into the park. Like, it's crazy.
And the story is just nonsense. Like, you could have done anything with it.
It doesn't make any sense.
If it was just...
Did you get to the witch lady?
I don't know. It was so bad, and I just kind of stopped paying attention, and then I'm like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I don't even remember.
Did Janelle make it as far as you did?
No, she turned it. She left before I think she made it like 20 minutes. I probably made another 5 or 10, and then I was done.
Oh, dude, it gets even more. It's so stupid.
Because like he's going crazy every time he sees this girl or something.
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's so.
But it took a long time for them to get that. I mean, like they kept showing it. Oh, okay, we get it. Every time he sees this girl, he goes nuts. Let's move on. It was really bad.
So dumb.
Don't watch it. You'll be sad if you do. I was glad it was on Netflix though, because then I could just watch a bit and turn it off. I didn't have like any investment in it whatsoever. I watched another one called The True Story.
What's this?
It was about these writer guys that like are trying to sell their first screenplay, and I only watched about 3/4 because it was terrible, and I was playing video games, but then I wound up turning it off. Because it was that bad. So don't watch that one either.
Speaking of bad movies, why did you watch this movie?
Okay, this one. I put this a little out of order.
Do you just like not listen to people?
We watched this last night. Okay, I posted on
Why are you
Facebook today.
watching this? Why?
I was just going through like what was new on Netflix, and we're like, let's see what to watch. And then we came across Christmas with the Cranks.
Ugh.
And Janelle and I were like, oh, we never saw that. And I was like, yeah, that's dumb. She's like, maybe we should watch it. I'm like, all right, let's try it. How bad could it be? It's so bad. Like Janelle described it, it was like a train wreck. Like it was so bad we couldn't look away. Because I'm telling you, the filmmakers had no idea what movie they were making. Was it supposed to be funny? Was he supposed to be a bad guy or a good guy? It didn't make any sense. The premise of the movie was the stupidest premise
Isn't
ever.
that based on a John Grisham book?
Based on a John Grisham book called Skipping Christmas. And I think they were contractually obligated to say Skipping Christmas like a certain number of times, because I swear they said it like 30 times. Skipping Christmas? Why, that's crazy. This year we'll be skipping Christmas. You can't be skipping Christmas. They never said skip Christmas. It was always in the form Skipping Christmas. It was like, yeah, I'll sell you the rights to the book if you say the title 50 times in the movie. I heard you guys are skipping Christmas. So bad. So bad.
Tim Allen sucks. I'm sorry.
He's done some funny things, but this was certainly not one of them. Come on, he's in Toy Story. He's the voice of Buzz Lightyear.
It doesn't count.
It counts.
No. Because that's
It's bad. They also managed to make Jamie Lee Curtis like really homely and frumpy. And Janelle at the beginning was like, oh, they're totally setting her up as like the frumpy, and then they're gonna, get a makeover, and she's gonna be all hot at the end. But no, she's just frumpy. It's weird. And it's got Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle and Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, I only watched like part of it one time, flipping channels, and I was like, this is as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
It's bad. Yeah, it is. And so for some reason they added it to Netflix in the middle of August. So,
Probably part of a package deal.
Probably. They were forced to put it on the list. Like, no, it's okay. We're good. We don't need that one.
Put this movie.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
Okay, two more. Authors Anonymous was like another indie one that we picked up. It stars Chris Klein and some others. Dennis Farina, like random. Really, really good. It's about this a writers club. They get together and read, do like creative writing, and one of them hits it big and sells their book and gets a movie deal, and then like everything goes to chaos because no one can handle someone else getting success.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. It was funny and kind of touching and a good surprise. It's called Authors Anonymous, and you should watch it. And it's got Terry Polo from Meet the Parents.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's good. And finally, continuing on my Star Trek journey through the entire everything.
It took you like 3 months to finish.
Well, I had to recover from Star Trek the Motion Picture because that was quite an ordeal.
That's a slog, man.
But I watched Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, and it is great. It's a great movie. It really does. It holds up. Definitely holds up. But I came across a big problem here.
Mm-hmm.
In the time it took me to drag my feet between 1 and 2, they've taken down like a bunch of stuff off of Netflix now.
Yeah.
And none of the, and between Netflix and Amazon Prime, I think there's like 4, 5, and 6 maybe are up.
I have them all on DVD. You can actually, I
need to borrow, because I don't want to pay money to watch Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock.
I thought you had them all.
No, it's all, I don't have any of them. Not physically. I mean, I remember liking that as a kid, but I don't want to pay for it. I already paid for Netflix. So I don't know. Might be a little stall in the Star Trek journey until I can borrow it from you or something.
Okay.
And that's my Netflix.
I think we're gonna have to end the show on that because I'm tired.
It's been good though. We had to catch up.
We played a lot of cool video games at Comic-Con. Let's just say
did.
that about video games, and video games are awesome, and I can't wait to play Smash Brothers because it was awesome, and Hyrule Warriors looks cool, but I don't have a Wii U, so I don't know. Did you see they announced a bunch of new playable characters, including Ganondorf?
Yes. Yep.
And what else did we play? Oh, we played. Josh and I played this cool side-scrolling. It's on the DS shop now.
Oh yeah, that
It's like
kind of like Breakout,
but it's side-scrolling and it's cool.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
And we played
Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight. We played these cool Xbox One games, like the
Yeah,
League
like
games.
they're like indie moot games that were super good.
What was the football baseball? What's that ball one? That was
The ball
cool.
one is called iDarb.
Yeah, and then what was the other one? Like a love story.
Yeah, it was a weird name, like
Too bad Josh
strange
isn't
lovers on a distant planet or
here.
something.
And it was
like
where
that.
you control these little guys that are in the spaceship, and you have to like pilot the spaceship, and then one of you does the guns and the shield and
There's all different
stuff.
stations you have to run around to, and you have
It
to have
was-
2 people to do it.
Yeah, it's a co-op game. It was a lot, and we did really well. We got the high score
Yeah, we got the high score.
by like a lot.
Yeah, because we were a good team. Because you
I feel
have
like
to
a lot
work
of people
together. You
didn't
have to-
figure out that game. Yeah,
Yeah, it was really good.
well, we're a
So-
good team.
Yeah, it definitely took that. So, we got lots of good video game stuff. We can talk about that all.
I'm so tired.
We did a lot of catch up tonight.
I will tell you this because I know you like to hear about me and the 3DS.
Yes.
I finally activated Metroid 2.
Oh,
I
really?
haven't played it yet. But then I also found out that I had a code that I forgot that I had purchased 2 games because
Okay.
when my points were expiring, and I got another game called some rocket game where you like put together a rocket ship. It's like a puzzle game,
Huh.
and it's really awesome.
I don't know what it's called.
Something rocket.
Huh.
DSi rocket. 3DS rocket. 3DS rocket
Game.
game. No, it's none of these.
Huh.
I don't know what it is. Rocket puzzle game? DS rocket puzzle game.
Computer.
It says Meteos. It's not Meteos.
No.
But speaking of games similar to Meteos, the new Club Nintendo Rewards
Yeah.
came out. I didn't get platinum or anything, but I did. They did release new games for August for the points, and I had a
Yep.
lot of points. So I got Puzzle League Express.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
It's
I
a lot
played
like
that.
Meteos, right?
Yeah. Have you played it?
I've played like Pokemon Puzzle Express. Or
I
what was it
played Pokemon Puzzle League.
called?
I
Puzzle
think
League,
Puzzle. The reason why it's called Express is there's no head-to-head.
yeah. Okay.
I can't
okay.
play
Just
multiplayer.
single player.
But I played it for like 5 hours. Like it's so addicting.
It's good.
It's
I got a
freaking
puzzle game
awesome.
through Club Nintendo too. I got Dr. Luigi, which is like the Luigi themed Dr. Mario
I
spin-off.
also got Dr. Mario Express, which I suck at Dr. Mario.
Yeah. Well, isn't that like, is it in color or is that the like?
It's not because of the colorblind, because the colors are different enough. It's just that I suck at it.
Okay. Well, Dr. Luigi's cool because it has like the classic mode, but you also have like L-shaped ones you can drop on like a certain mode.
But let me
the
tell
best
you,
part
that
is
Dr.
that
Mario
movie.
music is intoxicating.
Oh yeah, it is. I all day long.
Okay, go ahead. What else you're doing? Stop it.
Okay, we should probably wrap this up.
Now, what else were you talking about? Dr.
Oh.
Luigi?
Well, I got Luigi. It was good. I mean, Luigi.
Was that your platinum prize?
That was my platinum prize. Yeah. I don't know. At first, I was kind of annoyed that they only did digital prizes.
People on Reddit lost their minds.
But then, like, I looked around and I saw the pile of stuff I've gotten from before that are collecting dust on my desk, and I was like,
That's
"Those
what
are
everybody
really
else said.
cool."
And like, cause that's what like people that were trying. They're like, look, like you got that cool stuff, but this is something you can actually play.
Right, and I had planned on buying this game at some point anyway, and I have a game for free now that I didn't have, and you get points for it towards future purchases of more games.
That's crazy. I
You
didn't know
get the
that.
full credit for the points, yeah. So it's like, I don't know, it could be a lot worse. You get something for
Mhm.
free, and
Mhm.
as much as I like those other things, I don't.
I'm
really
gonna.
use
This
them
is gonna bother me, so I need to log in and see what this game is called.
much.
Because
The
I'm
one- okay.
way off.
While you're looking it up, the thing that I've used the most from Club Nintendo are the games I've downloaded, and then I also really like the soundtrack from Zelda that I got.
My Club Nintendo reward that I use all the time, including it's my Comic-Con bag, is the Starman Messenger bag.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I don't know if you noticed, but I think they're completely phasing out physical rewards.
No, yeah, I think they are.
Because they
And-
stopped restocking everything.
which is a bummer because I have gotten some cool stuff from that. But
Yeah.
the games are a good option too.
I
And
got and I also use my Boo notebook, and it's also funny because it just says on it, "Boo, I'm a ghost." I just think that's funny. So I got wait, where do I? Oh, in my account, I can look it up here. This is exciting.
I think that when they do the podcast awards, this is going to be our what do they call podcast awards? Like you got Emmys for TV and Oscars, Casties,
Oh, Lincoln Launch.
Autos.
Lincoln Launch.
Lincoln, that doesn't say rocket.
But you're a rocket ship, and you put together you direct. It's kind of like Pipe Dream a little bit. You direct the fuel to the rocket ship.
Oh, I love Pipe.
Then you blast the rocket, and you have to It's really cool. It's really cool for what it is. Really enjoy it.
Pipe Dream is like one of the most stressful puzzle games because the whole time something's creeping towards you,
is flowing.
Not something you play to fall asleep or something. That's a stressful game. It's fun. But yeah.
See, as crazy as my list of products that I've registered, I can't even imagine what your list is like.
Oh, dude. Well, here's what I found out too, because we've bought a lot of cheap games for the kids that they wanted, they wanted a My Little Pony game or whatever.
You
can register all of those.
Your list is probably insane.
Yeah, I
didn't realize I had bought so many. Listen, look at this. Nintendo DS, Nintendo DS Lite, Nintendo DSi XL, Nintendo 3DS XL. That's 4 handheld systems.
That's pretty good.
Dating back to 2006. And then a Wii. And yeah, those are all my systems.
That's good.
And then 3 Animal Crossing games.
Only 3? Oh, because you never got GameCube, huh?
I got it used later.
Okay.
Which, speaking of which, I've had a very frustrating week.
Why is that?
People keep freaking outbidding me on Smash Brothers Melee.
Well, if you're trying to get it?
It's still the cheapest it goes on eBay is $35.
Are you? But I thought you got rid of your. Oh, is that? Do you still have a GameCube?
I have my GameCube. I bought it. Remember?
Well, I know, but I knew you got rid of your Wii. I thought maybe.
Why would I get rid of my GameCube?
I don't know. It made me so sad. I thought you got rid of everything.
I never played it. It sat there for a year.
I understand.
Collecting dust. Sorry.
By the way, Nintendo's doing very well as far as the Nintendo Wii U versus Xbox One.
I don't know. I don't.
Just so you know.
I'm beginning to question Josh's judgment.
You might have backed a losing horse there. Even Josh at Comic-Con kind of admitted that I might
we got
winning.
tricked. I think we got filled.
I think I was pretty upfront about it. I told you there's no way it's going to catch up. It's already 1.6 million ahead.
Josh assured me this is Josh's fault. I shouldn't be blamed.
You are on it. We have witnesses.
We do have a witness.
You guys have both been threatening just to not do it, but we have witnesses.
What are you going to do, Phil? You come over here?
The podcast community is a very strong community, and they will come to my aid if you guys don't do what you said.
Certain people can monitor. They'll be like, Brendo went online on PlayStation. I saw him.
I will call them out. I will say, okay, everyone, we're monitoring. We're on Xbox alert here.
If I set to offline mode, what are you gonna do?
We have ways.
No, you don't.
Don't test the internet, because the internet will find you out.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
This even tells me what demos I downloaded for 3DS. That's weird.
Yeah.
And updates.
So I'm
reading my Club Nintendo.
You're reading everything. If I finish registering all the games that I have right now, I've already got platinum for next year.
I'm getting close to gold. I'm really close. I didn't make it last year. I feel like something weird happened because I thought that I did, and something got screwed up. It reduced it from my total. I have 140 coins to gold already. Because I registered a bunch. I bought a bunch of stuff right after the.
Should have gotten it right before.
No, it wouldn't have done anything for me. So it's good that I waited.
Well, yeah, and you got it towards next one.
Because by next year, dude, yeah.
We've been playing. The other one I got with the purchase of Mario Kart was I got the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker Master,
Oh.
the
Yeah.
HD, and I've been playing it with Luke and Audrey, and it's like we're going on the adventure together. They're like so excited, and they've helped like solve puzzles. Like we're down in the dungeon, and Audrey's like, "Oh, you need to get this key over here," and they like have found stuff that I forgot about or couldn't find, and they're like, "Daddy, you wouldn't be able to play this game without us. We help solve all the mysteries for you." Like, it's so much fun.
I almost got duped into getting this Mario Golf on 3DS, and then I found out it wasn't like the fun Mario Golf. It's like a golf game with
Yeah,
Mario.
it's like the Game Boy one, right?
Yeah, I almost got tricked.
Yeah, don't fall for that. The golf, like just plain old Nintendo golf, is fun.
Well, this I think is kind of like that, but I don't know. I'd rather get baseball than that.
Well, I have golf on 3DS, and that's occasionally a fun one to bust out. But
I might get this baseball game. It's only 150 coins.
all right, now you're shopping
It's like
online.
baseball.
We
It's like
should probably
baseball.
pull this into the station here.
Good old, Now I'm doing the baseball song. How do I know that song? I haven't played that game in probably 10 years.
But how
But
many
that
hours
song
did you
is
spend doing it?
ingrained in my head. Yeah,
Dun, 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 dun.
oh, stop it. What are you doing?
Dun, 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 dun,
People are like, I want another statue.
So you should check out RadioBrendoman.
For Brian.
RadioBrendo.com.
We put Brian to
We
sleep.
put him to sleep. This is the first time we've ever had a guest that we like.
I don't know,
put to sleep.
Matthew fell asleep. a few
Matthew
minutes
does, but he was like just kind of studio audience more. I don't think he was like actively participating. We actually put our guest to sleep. That's pretty good.
All right. Well, don't forget to go to RadioBrendo.com for all your Radio Brendo needs and send in your questions. You can send it there at RadioBrendo.com or send it to BrendoMan@gmail.com, at BrendoMan on Twitter. What else?
PopVoxMusic.com.
Doritos fan.
And,
Webcomics Advocates.
And you should call this episode Brian Falls Asleep.
Okay, I'll do that.
You don't have to, but...
What else? What was our first thing we were going to call it?
Well, it was before we started the show. How do I start the show? But you're going to not start there. Unless you actually start it there.
I'm not going to start there.
Then you should call it Brian Falls Asleep.
Brian falls asleep.
Hopefully you won't, dear listeners.
If you're awake now, thank you.
And keep your eyes
You're awake
peeled.
now. You did better than Brian.
You did.
Good job.
You could be a guest on Radio Brendo Man. Actually, you could come hang out with us in September when we do our Radio
Phil,
Brendo
stop
Man
making things that don't exist.
gathering. I'm telling you, this is happening.
No wonder Andrew got so mad at you during
No,
Comic-Con.
because stop fighting awesome. You can't fight awesome. Just do it. We'll make it. Don't worry, it'll be cool. It'll be
I don't
cool.
want to drive up there.
Whatever. You never want to drive an hour?
Oh, I don't. I'm poor.
What? Everyone will pitch in $1.
Do a Kickstarter for me to
Kickstarter. We need $20 for Brendan round trip and
Kickstarter
gas
some gas
and
money
Taco Bell.
and potatoes and some Taco Bell.
That's a
Stretch
Kickstarter.
goal.
Hey, if potato
Stretch-
salad can do it, you know.
Stretch goal for cinnamon twists. And the super stretch goal is I'll buy a cinnamon twist to bring to people when I get there. You each get a cinnamon twist. That's your reward. It's a cinnamon twist that's been sitting in my car for 2 hours.
For $1, for the lowest entry level, you'll get a free packet of taco sauce from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
You get to pick the color, though.
All right, now we're getting ridiculous.
That's dumb. All right. So we'll see you guys at the gathering.
The gathering of the Brendos?
Yeah, the Brendo gathering.
All right. So for Radio Brendo Man, I'm Brendan Creasy.
And I'm Phil Vecchio.
Have a good one, everybody. Don't wake up Brian.
But yeah, thanks for being on the show, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. 3 hours. Good job.
We haven't done a 3-hour one in a while. I figured it was going to be long.
We could have gone even longer. We cut out video games.
Yeah, we could have done a lot more.
We still talked about video games for 20 minutes.
I know. Just a little bit. Dude, I've been obsessed with Disney World, Magical World.
I knew this is your game.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect Phil game.
I had to get the Pirates one. I just hope they do
Aladdin
more.
wand.
I think I have all of those. I have all the regular ones, but I haven't gotten the Goofy one, and I haven't gotten all the Pirates ones yet. But I haven't gotten the Goofy one yet.
If you've done all that, how do I have more stickers than you?
I don't know, how many do you have?
I have 82.
I don't know what stuff.
I don't know. We'll have to compare. Maybe I've done more stuff. Maybe I got more cards than you.
Maybe. Or I hate the dances. I haven't finished all the dances.
Oh, that's
yet.
probably why. I rock the dances. Once you get the hang of it, it's so easy.
I think that's probably why, because I've only done barely what I needed to do to get to the end.
Oh, it's so easy.
So, yeah. What number is this? 131?
Yes. I've been farting a lot because we ate a lot of burritos.
I'm about to, because I had... What do we have? Oh, hamburgers tonight.
California burritos.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's the perfect comic battle stuff to keep you going, but then you've got the farming and collecting all the furniture and getting all the characters to do doing the parties to get them
I can't get a Pete picture. It's driving me crazy.
I can't either. I have not gotten that yet.
Finally got Peter Pan. It took a while.
I got that. I haven't gotten a lot of the cowboy stuff either. That's the other one.
I can't get the freaking. I need the sheriff star.
Yeah.
Any of the items that you can only get from the villagers, and you have to wait till they
that takes forever.
And then sometimes one time this guy offered me a sheriff star, but it was for something that was impossible, and I couldn't get it, and I was really mad.
Oh, here's the other one that you probably have me beat on. What's your fishing pole?
Oh, dude, I'm at the highest.
Yeah, see, I've been stuck. I cannot get the superstar belt for the life of me.
That took me a long time.
Because that's another one you have to get through trades, right?
Yep.
Favors, and I cannot get it. So all the stuff that you have to get, from the higher level fish bubbles and all that stuff, I can't get any of that stuff because I've got the second lowest.
Some of the premium items you can get in the dungeon.
Yeah, and I've gotten some of that, but I just know once I get that higher fishing pole, it's going to make all the difference.
That'll open up a whole world.
Yeah. So, but it's driving me nuts every day because I think it cycles through twice a day or 3 times a day where you get new requests.
I think it's 3 times.
Something like that. So as soon as that pops up, I'm running around. Come on, superstar belt. Nothing.
I need unmelting ice right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I need that. The dungeon is hard.
The dungeon is crazy hard.
How far down in the dungeon have you gone?
I got up to the 5th floor.
I think I'm stuck because I just got
there's an 80.
stickers.
There's a sticker limit. And I can get to the next one, but now I can't get that far.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's really hard because you only have one shot.
Did you know about healing though? I just found this out, and I can't believe I didn't know it.
Just found out about healing? Oh
yes.
Man.
So I kept when you die, you have to pay 2 jewels and then 3 jewels to come back. I've been doing that, and I never knew you could heal until all of a sudden I'm like, wait, why is all my? I must have tapped it on accident.
Tutorial.
Well, I did, but I forgot.
There.
I went back and looked, and I saw it was there, but.
Well, if you don't use those heals, then you get more stuff in the last.
Right. Step. But if you're going on a really hard one, it's better to do that than have to pay 2.
Yeah.
If you die. So if you're down to 1 circle, it's better to do that than risk having to get 2, So, anyway.
Yeah, dungeon's crazy, but you get such good stuff.
It's just so ridiculous. And then getting all the I started from the very beginning, I do the same pose in every picture.
Mm-hmm.
But I have different costumes and obviously with different people and places.
I think I finally got all of those.
The only one I don't have.
There's not a sticker if you get all of them, so I don't even think it matters.
But there's a Pete one though. It's the only one. The picture sticker I haven't gotten.
So the picture sticker, yeah, I need Pete.
But the poses, no, I haven't. I don't know. Well, because don't you have to get all the stickers to get all the poses? Or is there not enough?
All the cards, you mean?
Or cards, yeah.
Maybe I don't have all the poses.
I don't know.
I thought I have a lot of them. I gotta go.
All right, but I'm excited about that game. It's fun.
It's awesome. What did I tell you?
I hope they do another world. They've got to. I'll buy it. I bought this one.
I can't wait till Halloween. I don't even know what it's gonna look like.
I know spooky stuff. And then there's gonna be Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Good Christmas stuff.
You missed Easter.
I got like the tail end of stuff though. I've got like
Oh.
quite a bit of Easter stuff.
That's right, 'cause it was Easter forever.
It's like it was Easter for a long time, yeah. So even though it's past actual.
I guess it's for 3 months. Each one, April, May, June.
So what is it? Easter, Halloween.
Well, now it's just summer.
Yeah.
July,
talking
August,
about how
September,
hot it is.
like whatever. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how that works.
I don't know. Well, that's a good game. I'll like it. All right, well, I'll upload this thing. And I'm going to talk to Jeff hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, let me
and
know.
Get like detailed notes and we'll
See
kind
if we need to do it or not. Another
Yeah.
round.
Before we like dive into it again, I want to just make sure what he is looking for. But it was encouraging that he was super excited about it and said it was really good and funny and stuff. So, and I sent him like the full script.
So we should think about other projects.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if this, I don't know. I hope he really does want to follow through on it because he sounds like he wants to. That would be amazing.
All right.
All
Good
right.
night, YouTube.
Good night.
YouTube's still on.
Oh, YouTube. Oh, YouTube now knows some of our secrets.
We didn't say anything. Just something about Jeff and
I
something.
don't know what.